And we're back in Icewindale. Last session, the party ventured into the Cauldron Caves, lured a hag out of its lair, filled it with 50 javelins, and saved their friends, Manny and Roki, whilst evading a frost giant skeleton. Actually, I believe you took that thing. Oh no, you didn't take it out in the end. You just made a tactical retreat. But with Manny and Snorp saved, you could finally rest easy and return back to Ten Towns, where you were greeted in East Haven as potentially heroes of their town, now that they have a magical cauldron that refills magically. They have enough food to last this winter indefinitely. And yeah, we thank you again, and you're set on your way back to Goodmead to check on the goats and a former party member. But however, when you arrive, find out that the speaker, Kendrick, is missing. Well, actually, rather, you found him at the altar. There was a vigil being held for his death. Apparently, he and a few other militia had set out to try and find the thief who had been stealing the actual mead. And you did some speaking around and spoke to Shandafroth and Olavissa Untapor, and they told you how this giantkin had been breaking into the distillery, stealing casks, and then making off into the forest. You also met a suspicious tabaxi named Glint, and he was locking himself in the kitchen for some reason. And when you looked in through the window, you couldn't see him in there. So you broke down the door, and you revealed that there was some sort of secret passage underneath the kitchen. But it turns out it was just an ordinary cellar, and he was in there just doing ordinary things. You guys couldn't really get to the bottom of it. But probably the most damning piece of evidence was he kind of smelt of like death. And he told you that it was a dead rat he'd been disposing of. And you were like, where's the rat then? And he opened up a barrel, and it was a skeleton that was picked clean. And as you were picking through the bones, you actually found they were like finger bones, human fingers. And that raised eyebrows. So you sat him down, interrogated him to the point where you had a blade to his back. And but whatever possessed you, I don't know, but you shoved that blade right between his ribs, and he let out a blood-curdling cry as his life nearly escaped him. But Roki healed him just before he passed over to the other side. He was left screaming in agony, like, "I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who you are." And you guys apologized profusely, like, "Sorry, we thought you were like an undead lich or something." You backed out, and you still tried to get to the bottom of it, but Glint seems like a stone wall, and weren't able to get any more information. The only thing he said was, "All I do is I make mead. That's all I love doing. That's my whole purpose for being. I just make mead." So you were like, okay, we'll leave. So yeah, that's still an unsolved mystery, whatever's going on there. But you had more important things to do. You wanted to set out into the woods and find this gigantic thief. And you wandered in, and unfortunately, this is unfamiliar territory for Bellamy. You're used to the Arctic and the tundra, but forest is a little bit harder to navigate, and kind of veered off for a bit. But you ended up instead bumping into a trapper who got startled when you appeared. He thought you were perhaps one of these giants. He was saying he had no other choice but to actually try and feed his family. Manny offered him a goat for his troubles, and instead he pointed you in a direction. He had seen the bodies of the previous militia, a grisly sight apparently. He gestured in the direction, and in return for the goat, he actually set free one of the traps he had on him, a cage containing a small Arctic fox, and that's now sort of resting in Bellamy's arms right now. And with that, you rolled one more survival check, I believe, and it was another fail. So
Yes, it
we'll have
was an
another
11,
small
just like the first one, even though it was with advantage. Them's the breaks.
Yeah, unfortunately. But fear not, because this next encounter,
I mean,
well,
we're definitely going places.
you are. Yep. All right. As you're trudging
We're snuggling
through,
with a fox. What?
yeah, you have an Arctic fox with you. It's the one in the little cage that the trapper had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it seems to be quite docile in Bellamy's arms. And its ears prick up as you guys are trudging through the snow, and your occasional footfalls break twigs, like it hears something else over the din of the forest. And as it turns, you can see there is a slight kind of shimmer in the air, almost like an unseen breeze passes through a nearby like brush. And there's actually a scent that accompanies this as well. It's like fresh, blooming flowers, which can't be the case in Icewindale because they haven't had a spring in many years. But the fox seems to smell it as well, like looking over in its direction, just towards where this brush kind of just suddenly shifted slightly. What do you guys want to do?
Who else is confused by the flowers?
I'm confused by anything.
He says that Faith is lit. That is odd. I don't see any flowers, but I can smell them.
Should we follow the smell?
Oh, it's at this point I should mention your goggles. Well, Manny's goggles do begin to vibrate.
I think I have the goggles at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
yes,
you. Perfect, Roki.
Oh,
Your goggles vibrate heavily upon your head.
I think we're in trouble.
Is there any one of those flowers in reach of me, or can we just smell or?
You just smell them, but as you're looking around, you just see a snow-covered floor. No flowers to be able to like jump out of those.
Can I maybe
out of the dense snow.
do an Arcana check or something? Survival?
Yeah, you can roll like on Arcana if you think something magical is going afoot.
I'd like to do a survival check. I think that's. Oh, never mind. Nature. I have nature.
Nature, sure. Yeah, it's an impossibility that flowers can bloom in the middle of winter. So, like smelling fresh things, it's unnatural. And also, you're in a densely wooded area. You suddenly feel like a breeze, and see that bush shake when all the other leaves all the pines are just completely still. There's something afoot.
I slowly approach the bush, being cautious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does anything change as I get closer to it?
Yeah, the goggles begin to vibrate even more so.
Guys, I think we got trouble.
Hmm.
I don't know if I should just jump at it. There's probably a better option.
Wait, what are you jumping at?
Sorry, guys, I'm getting a phone call that I have to be right back.
There's something in the bush, and the goggles are getting crazier as I get closer to it.
Well, aren't the goggles set to look for something?
The chewy chewinga. You know what I mean.
Okay. Look, we're out in the wilderness. Shit's getting crazy. Let's do this. Keep your eye on me. If something tries to kill me, try and stop me from dying, and I'll check it out.
If you're sure about that, okay.
100%. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step forward carefully, like not stealthily, but just trying not to alarm anything, and see what's in the bush. Like if Roki says there's possibly something there, right?
Yeah.
Wanna try and part the bush
Okay.
and look at it.
Yeah, you part the bush, and as your hands are like pushing it aside, there is something that suddenly shoots out and flies right at your face. A wee little snowball suddenly hits you right between the eyes and coats you in snow.
I didn't expect that.
And then you suddenly hear like a small like almost like the sound of a laugh, but it's like the rustling of leaves. So it's like it sounds like that.
Hello, is someone there?
And you in response to that, you hear what sounds like a wood chime, like a wind chime, but made of wood rather. There's like dunk dunk. It kind of like echoes behind you, like just behind your ear. Look around again. You're trying to like locate the sound of this thing, and you see another snowball fly across. I'll roll for this one though. You're kind of expecting it, and this one goes wide just behind you, Roki. You know, lands into the snow. And I think at this point the fox kind of like jumps down out of your arms, Bellamy, and then sort of jumps into the snow, like how Arctic foxes like hunt things. They like leap up and then nose dive in.
Should we let the fox get it? Follow the fox?
Yeah. Get him, little guy. Protect your daddy.
Yeah, Manny, we've just had the goggles go crazy and a smell of flowers and a bush go weird.
Oh shit! Nice.
But
they actually work then, right?
Yeah, this time.
Sweet.
It works for chewingos, not so much for elementals.
Okay.
And I'll follow the fox,
Yeah,
like
cool.
I'll trail behind it, but I'll want to see what the fox does. Maybe it'll spot something. And I want to see what happens.
Guys, sorry, I've been in a world of my own for a second. Is that the Chewinga? Manny points to the fox.
Most likely.
Okay. Most of the team's like, no.
Wait, no.
What else is totally?
We'll find out when we catch it. It doesn't seem to. I don't know. It kind of seems like it both exists but doesn't exist. I don't know if that makes sense.
Probably.
Like
that's how I feel like
it's like it's there, but also it made the bush throw the snowball.
Yeah, you see, the fox does as like Arctic foxes do, jumps into the air and tries to like bury its nose into the ground. It seems to be digging up the snow as if it's underneath all of this layer. You guys are like probably about ankle deep in the snow, and so it makes sense that a small creature might be able to like burrow under and scoot across. And the fox is trailing it for sure. It's like it jumps again and like tries to unearth something. And yeah, again you hear that kind of like laughter that sounds like the sounds of rustling trees, like. And not long before the fox seems to catch up to something, and bursting out of the snow is a small, tiny little humanoid. It's got this pine cone like dress on, or it seems to be like made of pine needles, and there's a sort of strange ceramic like mask. It has different patterns on there, stylized perhaps, like maybe it resembles something druidic in nature. And this small like thing is only about 6 inches tall. It's like spindly limbs and yeah.
How far do I think I'd be able to punt it?
Wait, Manny, hold on. I'll reach out my hand, so I have my sword sheathed. I'll just reach out my hand and say, come on, little guy, I'm not gonna hurt you. Let me get a good look at you. And I'll just reach out my hand to it without touching it to see if it maybe responds to human interaction.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry that was gone. I would like to summon my familiar Mr. Chibbles ritual test while they toy around with whatever.
Oh. Yeah, I'll find you a flying monkey somewhere around here.
I'd like to summon my familiar Snorp.
Yeah, where is Snorp?
I suppose we haven't planned to actually trap this thing. We kind of better. Let's hope we find it at some point.
Yeah, we didn't really have a plan for this.
Yay,
No,
Chibbles!
it's true. This has just sort of jumped out of the blue. And Bellamy, as you try to get approach it, yeah, you can roll me something like an animal handling check. Even
I
though this
will
isn't an animal.
I will proceed to handle this animal.
Yeah, the closest thing. It looks at you with abject curiosity, and before it has like a chance to sort of respond to you reaching out, the fox tries to jump at the chewinga, and instead the fox suddenly frees up as the chewinga looks at it, and then the fox seems to also be in some sort of curiosity, and again that smell of fresh like roses and flowers seems to fill the air, and you see the snow surrounding the fox seems to shift and change color into that of like a purplish sort of pinky color. And then the fox seems to
Mm.
be sitting down, at which point the chewinga just jumps up onto the back of the fox like it's a mount.
Oh, 2 for 1. Nice.
You know, it's nice to hear someone with a British accent say the word abject without immediately following it with the word poverty.
Sure. Yeah, the chewinga may have cast some sort of spell. Fox seems. It didn't even seem like hand waving. It seems to be accompanied by like colors and. This fox seems perfectly fine with it sitting on top.
I'll turn back to the guys and say, guys, we found one. What are we supposed to do with it? Bring it back to the lady?
I think we were also supposed to bring her lantern back, though, and that ship has sailed.
What lantern? We don't got no lantern.
Well.
I'll deal with that bit. Let's just deal with this now.
Okay.
Don't remember no lantern.
It's okay. I'll have a chat with her. We'll figure something out. Wait, no, are we? Is this guys? Like, use your eyes. This doesn't look like an evil creature.
No, looks cute.
Not at all. In fact, you see in its palm, suddenly a wild berry seems to sprout out of it. And the berry is like as big as its palm can fit. And it reaches up to you, Bellamy, almost like as an offering to you.
I eat it. I immediately take it and I eat it.
Okay. You feel this strange sensation flow through you. Get pictures in your mind, suddenly like images of animals. God, is this what I think it is? Yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, you get an image of like dozens of foxes just like running through the snow, and then they suddenly all stop and like stare at you, Bellamy, in this vision, and then they all seem to like sit down, almost as if awaiting like your command. And then as soon as they do, you're flashed back into reality, and you see the fox is staring at you, and it almost gives us a little wink. And as it does, it sort of kicks up on the snow, and the chewinga is actually riding away.
Follow that spirit.
Yeah, let's
And I'll
go.
go
Chase
after
after it.
But as I'm going after it, so I'll move at full speed, but I'll try and keep an eye and ear out for anything in the woods trying to ambush us or stuff like that, if I can.
And mechanically, what this just bestowed upon you, it's known as a supernatural gift. These chewingas use they're called magical gift, and you've just been given the gift of charm of animal conjuring. It's called. And so once per day, or not once per day, rather, just once, you feel as though you can call upon this little group of foxes to aid you. They're like awaiting your command.
That's kind of cool.
Nice.
These little fey spirits. Okay. So yeah, please make a note of that because it's called. Actually, maybe I can add it onto your sheet.
I'll put it in the journal for now. So charm of animal, what now?
Actually, I got an idea. Call it I'm going to just give you something and you can rename it. Yeah, it's animal conjuring.
Ah,
Yeah, okay. Got it. It's actually pretty strong. There we go.
Would we have to roll to try and remember what the lady told us about it? And actually remember.
There we go.
I
see it on
seem to
your
remember,
inventory.
like, okay. Cool. Yeah, I see it. So what I remember is, and guys, feel free to correct me or add on. Basically, she gave us the lantern, and she said that if we're journeying through Icewindale, if we find the Chewinga, to bring it and the lantern back to her. Am I remembering this wrong, or do you remember the same thing?
Correct.
Yeah, but I also remember she looked kind of incredibly suspicious, so I kind of talked her into giving us the lantern, and on the kind of premise that we'd never see her again.
I mean,
To be fair, man, you seem to think a lot of people are very. You have an unhealthy relationship with quest giver.
to be fair, he's fine with you, Faith, and Roki. So with you guys, he's absolutely fine. Everyone else.
I don't.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
I don't think
Snop's pretty cool.
capturing this. I don't think capturing this thing would be a good idea.
Well, for now, let's just see where it goes. Maybe it will lead us to something. I mean, we're looking for something that's kind of life and death, but given that we don't know where we're going, sorry about that, by the way, might as well see where this leads us.
Well, Bellamy,
Yeah, we could follow.
in the as the dwarfs say, calm your tits. Like let's think about this. Might be a sentient creature. We might be able to communicate with it somehow.
Yeah, but for now, it's getting away, so we might want to go after it.
Is it actually getting away?
It is riding the fox out into the forest.
Oh shit!
Let's chase after it, boys.
Yeah, we
Alright,
got this.
Let's go. Yeah. I think I'm the fastest. So
Snorp, lead us ahead. Snorper's good smell.
Snorper's good. Snorp, you go on sniff patrol, and I will monk run across the surface of the top of the snow while everyone else is wading through it.
To support Manny, I think that's not a combat action, right? I'd like to cast jump on him.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
You will probably be able to keep track. If you're casting jump for sure.
Yeah, I'll expand level 1 spell slot to cast jump on Manny.
So can Manny just like pick up Snorp and Snorp will lead him the right way?
Well, that sound effect though. Yeah, it put it on myself, but the target.
No worries. That'll work.
I guess the rest of us gotta try our best to keep up.
Yeah. We'll move as fast as we can to try and stay as a group in case something pops out at us.
Snorp knows how many spells. They spend a lot of intimate time together in that hex cave.
Yeah, we're pretty close. Did we have a long rest before we left?
We did.
We did. I mean, cool. No. So basically, we woke up in good Mead. We did the whole thing with the tabaxi, and then we left. And between the point where we woke up and now, there were maybe a short rest, but no time for a long rest. Other than that.
But we woke up. We woke up from a long rest.
Yeah. We long rested before we talked.
I don't think you used anything long resty last
No, I just want to get rid of one of my exhaustions. It gives me an extra 5 foot movement.
Yeah. I'll rest twice to get rid of the exhaustion specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know that you requested it, that we do like 2 days of rest, so you have no ready.
You were going from town to town resting.
Yeah.
So we're fully rested, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay, so I have one level of exhaustion then, rather than 2.
I believe that makes sense. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So with the jump spell, you can easily keep pace with this thing as you hop from dense foliage to opening. There does seem to be a break in the trees, and the Chewinga heads straight for it.
Mhm.
There's something up ahead that's jutting out of the snow. It looks large, white, and it's spiky. And
Mhm.
as your eyes adjust, landing into the clearing, these seem to be like large tusks protruding from the earth, and the Chewinga sort of skids to a halt on the fox, and it looks around to you, and the Chewinga, you hear again that kind of rustle of the trees, and it sounds like a shh, shh, almost like it's shushing you. And I will drag you to the map.
Spook him. Can we not have snow on the map, please? My hardware acceleration isn't working right now. Thanks.
Oh no, you could. I just realized. See through these, can't you?
I can, but on the bright side, because there's no lighting on this map, I can't see anything else.
Well, you, my friend, do not have dark vision.
I would like to roll an Arcana. I smell magics going on here.
Yeah, and I'd like to take a look toward the heap of bones and see if I can see or hear anything, maybe where the Chewinga's looking, if it's looking at something specific, while Stef is checking for magical effects and such.
Yeah, so I'm hop, skipping, and jumping around, so I'd probably be a few steps ahead of these guys, a bit closer to the Chewingas. Don't worry, guys. I've got a lot. I've got high dexterity and constitution. I can take a few hits.
Mr. DM, what am I able to divine from a 20 on an Arcana check? Looking at this pile of clearly sound-emitting bones.
Nothing, because I didn't call for an Arcana check, and and likewise nothing with the 11 on the perception.
What's the light situation? Dim light.
I just want to put it out there. It's one of my pet peeves. Don't roll unless I actually.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
no, that's all right. That's okay. The bones do seem just like a large natural creature that may have died here. You don't see anything like magical about them. No runes inscribed on the ivory, or it doesn't look like a summoning site that went wrong.
Can I go up and smell it?
Yeah, you can sniff it if
you give it a sniff. No, I just want to see if it does it smell decayed or.
You know what it smells like, man? It smells like another level of exhaustion coming your way. You go ahead.
You don't smell any decay. No, this thing's long dead.
Cool.
Wow. I want to give you some art for it though, because this is quite a sight to see. Grab the art. Yeah, here we go. See from the outside. Huge tusks.
Oh God.
Pretty.
This thing must have been a gigantic creature. Like, you can roll a nature check to determine what it would have been, but.
Oh, can I do that? I like
out of game. Yeah, go ahead.
Nature. There we go.
Actually pretty good. 18. You definitely identify these bones to be a large, woolly mammoth. And in addition, you remember these creatures used to roam Icewindale in giant herds back in the days when the actual frost giants themselves roamed Icewindale. But now, they too seem to have died out with their former giant masters.
Okay, I want to try something.
They were used as mounts as well.
Is the Chewinga just kind of standing there on his fox?
It is. It dares not get any closer to the lair, it seems. But it seems as though it has led you here and now stopped in its tracks.
Okay, so
to you as if...
Can I get close to it and kind of? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look at it and give it a facial expression that says, "Why did you bring us here?" But I also look very suspicious.
Have anyone got an offering they could make? Maybe it wants an offering.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It gave us one, so.
I have a piece of chalk. I'm gonna give the Chewinga my piece of chalk that says. I think there's actually a special piece of chalk. Yeah, that says "Work smarter, not harder, and be careful of Yawa spelling."
Okay. In that case, if you offer the Chewinga this strange little mineral, it looks at it and it seems to hover and spin in the air as it holds it. Almost like it has some sort of telekinesis, but maybe it's more a power over the natural elements. Like This is a mineral after all. And the Chewinga suddenly snatches it out of the air and then, almost completely ignoring your question, perhaps as though it doesn't even understand it, just begins kind of drawing lightly on a leaf and like sketching out something with its white powder, right? It seems to sketch out like weird patterns at first. They don't seem to make any sense.
He's writing me a check.
Yeah. It draws out like some sort of stick figure of like a man. And then it looks to you and it tilts its head and brings up the chalk as if sort of eyeing up your proportions. And then it draws a tinier stick figure next to the big one.
Oh no.
Hold on, you haven't seen this yet. I'm gonna say, oh no. Okay, guys. So, thank you, by the way, Chewinga. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. Guys, I have communed with the creature. Is he gonna? Will he give me the leaf if I put my hand out?
Yeah, absolutely. As you reach out for the leaf, it hands it to you, and there's the smell of honey in the air as well as it gives it to you.
I put it right up to my nose and give it up.
Yeah, it's even though it
That's
looks
sweet.
like a dried leaf, it smells just like a fresh pot of honey.
Oh, sweet. I look at it for a second, hold it in my hands. How big's this leaf? About the size of the palm of my hand?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. Okay, I turn it around and I just like show it to Bellamy, like at arm's length, and I go with a little one.
Yeah. Well. Do you got anything you want to try, Manny? Because I got an idea, but I'm willing to listen if you maybe got something better.
Well, let's hear yours first.
Well, why don't I just show you? And I'll use the... In fact, before I do anything, on the ground near the bones or anywhere, are there any tracks?
Wait, before you show me, can we do that thing where we agreed to discuss what we were going to do in advance?
I was just gonna use the conjuring thingy I got from the Chewinga to maybe send some foxes out and scout ahead, but I wanted to look for tracks before using it because it's just once.
You got a what from? Hold on, explain what you got from the Chewinga.
I think that berry I earlier allows me to call foxes.
Summon, not like summon wolves like clerics can do. Summon foxes.
Call foxes.
Call foxes. So you can't call okay, because I know there are some like clerics that can like call wolves. I think vampires can do that as well. But you have like the power of call foxes.
Wait, Manny, hold on. Let's look at the ground a bit. Do you see any tracks anywhere? And I'll try and look for tracks anywhere.
I don't know, but if we summon a bunch of foxes, there's going to be a lot more fucking tracks, isn't there?
Exactly. Yes, that's why I wanted to look for tracks.
Why is this guy with us? Why? Bellamy. Right, I'll make a deal with you. Don't summon the foxes yet. You've been given a gift by the Chewinga. It has a bigger part to play in your destiny, and I don't think
foxes. Who gives a shit about foxes? No offense, Foxy.
But I mean, before you were an adventurer, what did you do? You know, before you set out into the big wild world, what was your trade? What was your profession?
Scout.
You were a scout, right? So it's scouting for... Alright, so you were scouting, right? When you got paid at the end of the month, or the end of the 10-day, for scouting, would you spend it all at once? No. You put some aside. I don't know, man. It's a Chewinga magic. It might be, you know... Alright, let me pitch my idea. Okay. My idea is Snorp isn't a one-time use kind of thing. Right? So... And he can communicate back to us, which the foxes can't. Isn't that right, Snorp?
Yes.
You see?
An all-time thing.
Yeah, exactly. Snorp, you're an intelligent creature, aren't you?
Very smart.
Incredibly. And he's also, you know, very stealthy.
I get my name.
So why don't we send Snorp with the flying monkey slightly in front, right?
Snorp rhymes with smart.
That's... We'll discuss that later. Stef can see through the eyes of the flying monkey. Snort can communicate to the flying monkey, which Stef can hear. The flying monkey, if it gets squashed by something big and scary, poof, it doesn't matter. He can just make another one.
And what if Snorp gets squashed by something big and scary?
Well, that's why, like, we're going in the formation of, like, flying monkey, Snorp, Manny, or Bellamy, actually. I mean, or Twinga. It doesn't matter. We're only sending those two out, you know, and we'll have, like, how far is earshot? Like, 30 feet? They can shout it to him. Like, we can relay the message.
Speaking of earshot, as you're having this kind of outburst as to why is he even with us, you do hear a distant echoed cry from the cave. It's something you recognize, Manny. Possibly because it recognizes your voice. And it's so familiar.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, Manny. Think I hear goats.
Manny, why is there a goat here?
Manny, do you know this goat?
Manny, why is there a goat here?
Ezekiel, what are you doing here?
Oh my god, you shout this at the top of your lungs. And I need everyone else to make me a perception check as well.
Oh God, help us. Maybe I'll roll better.
Let's do that first D20 of the session.
Oh,
That's
A noob.
that's what it is.
excellent, boys. Excellent contribution. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Stef, for you hear this kind of loud, deep, kind of grunt sound, like a... And you hear like a loud kind of like thud, almost like you feel the ground slightly shake. The nearby snow just slightly sifts off of some of the pine.
Guys, I think found.
You
Sorry,
cut
cut
off,
out there.
Steph. What did you say?
I said, guys, I think we found Manny's mother.
Wait, is his mother a goat?
No, that. I don't know many ground shaking goats.
No,
I'm quite the scholar, but I feel like we've got bigger things to deal with.
No, this is strange. So, I think it's time that I told you a little bit about the goats.
Okay. I want to hear about the goats, man. I want to hear about the goats so much. You have no.
I can tell you some of the story now, but there's still some I have to. So I was traveling north. I've been called to a pilgrimage to travel deep into the north, the far north, not the 10 towns, but beyond that. There's something drawing me to this place, and though I do trust you, and I consider at least two of you friends, and acquaintances. There's something that. Anyway, put it this way: I was traveling north, and I was found, woodland creatures, as they have been likened to do, accompany me sometimes on my journeys. But as we were getting further to the north, there were nearly 90 goats joined me, walking up through the northern towns from fields and dells, and they've been kind of following me. I mean, I've had people follow me. I've had the stray dog follows you from time to time, but this was truly different. So it seems indeed that our fates are bound in this sense, and though I know the path to which I walk, and it is further north and further cold than even where we are now, there's much to be reconciled with those who've strayed from the path, and I believe these goats in here are perhaps those who have strayed.
Manny, what the fuck did the goats?
So I don't control the goats, right? It's just if you feed goats and
goats.
We will sit down and have a deep philosophical discussion about like interconnected and the weave and and how fate works and the gods. But right now, that goat, if I'm not mistaken, is Ezekiel. Always was an odd one. I think
What do you mean an odd one?
Well, just a bit different.
What do you mean different? The ground was shaking.
I think that was the giant, not the goat.
Well,
And-
many.
The Chewinga, the sound of this slight tremor has actually ducked away and hidden itself deep in the snow.
That's a good sign.
Listen, I bought this. I don't want to bring this on us. You guys can leave. I will deal with this situation.
No. We fight the giant goat. I don't care. We're in this together, man.
Oh, thank you, Stef. That means a lot. Can I start walking, DM? Can I start walking a little bit, not just like tentatively walking forwards?
Yeah. So, from the yawning mouth flickers a light. You can see emanating from within, and the smell of roasted meat as well accompanies your nose.
Does it smell like
as you
ghost?
get to the
Does it
entrance.
smell like goat, mate?
Well,
I wouldn't
I can
know.
answer that question. Yeah, I can answer that question by you hearing the next thing, which is this low, booming voice. Sounds like as though they've.
I'm following
just woken up.
behind Manny.
Thank you, Stef.
Yeah.
This,
Sure. You hear this. You hear the bleating of the goats again, like meh, meh. They seem a little bit more distressed now, and you hear that deep, booming voice coming from the cave.
Oh, quiet, noisy goat. What wake? What wake? Why?
Oh shit, Stef! It speaks common.
we all speak common.
Yeah, no, I know, but this giant booming voice speaks common, which means we can snorp the guy.
Wait, Manny, don't you want to try and draw the thing out so maybe we can set a trap right here?
Well, we don't need to kill it if we can get it on our side.
Yeah, why would you set a trap? We don't know that he's dangerous.
We can,
he's
we can,
physically
snort, we can,
dangerous.
guys,
He
we
might
can
be friendly.
snort we can snort the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, let's make it a friend.
It didn't work last time, Manny.
It did. We have a snorp.
No, last time was the hag.
What does that all mean? How does Snorp help us in this situation?
Oh there, great man of the cavern. We are but weary travellers on our journey. We come with good tidings and goats. How fare thee?
Goats. Friend hungry.
And we will certainly deliver. I'm actually quite the chef, you know. Do you have a taste for goat, good friend?
Dog. Friend found man flesh.
And you hear the thumping of heavy footfalls again, accompanied. In fact, several heavy footfalls,
Oh no.
and it's coming towards the entrance. And I'm gonna just grab everyone and put them in initiative because looks like it's about.
What?
As I hear them come out, would it be possible for me to duck in here and take the hide action?
Oh, for fuck's sake, we should set a trap.
Yeah, do we
we
still
can
have
still
time?
be friends.
Do we still have
I-
time for reactions now that we hear them?
That's kind of why I said let's roll initiative because I know everyone's gonna want to do something as soon as this goes down.
Yeah,
so
sure. I'll roll in this.
roll it up.
How do we get a spell where I can play music? Like, why can't we be friends?
Alright.
So I have a mechanical question. So I'm
Mhm.
at 22. I just assume, right? Can I prepare a spell cast from a scroll? Just prepare it. Like, hold the action.
No.
You can.
Oh, sorry. I know what you meant now. Yeah, sorry. You can hold an action to cast the spell from the scroll. Yes.
Okay. I grip into my bag and pull out the scroll of Fireball. And in case any violent action is taken against Manny in the front there, I'm getting ready to throw a fireball at whatever's coming.
I just want to point out once again that our two tanks are as far back as possible.
Yeah, that is
Well,
the thing.
that's because someone else moved forward, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay,
I got
Roki,
distracted.
do you want to roll initiative as well, Roki?
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's okay.
Come on, man. Use that vigilant blessing. Motherfucker.
What vigilant blessing? I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you got sanctuary?
No.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'll do the I'll pull out my scroll and hold it ready, and I'll say go.
You got it.
Oh, and I'll move back a little bit.
Oh,
Sounds good.
by the way, if you set a contingency onto another player character, they can trigger it. So if you like say, I will do this if our player character does this, you can give another player character a trigger word. So I can just say fireball and then you can throw it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
so my trigger is any violent action taken.
Yeah, how?
I'll
Okay, Manny,
Based.
you hear the heavy footfalls just around the corner of that cave, and you can hear the voice getting closer.
I
Dog
would,
round here.
What is
Friend
it?
found them.
You, Doug. Sounds like a name.
oh shit, there's more than one. Oh, Doug.
Yeah.
Is he referring like to himself in the third person?
You can hear him calling back to that, but it does sound as though when he says friend, it's almost third person, yeah.
Okay. Hello. I am friend. I bring you tribute of many goats.
No, I am friend. But you bring ghosts.
Many goats.
He seems a little confused, but I'll tell you what, roll me a persuasion check. He does seem to understand what you're saying, and seems almost hesitant.
I mean, I'm going to give him some goats, so surely an advantage on that.
Well, no, because
I have flat charisma.
I know you do. The thing is, he's actually already hostile, so it would
Oh,
be normally
Lord.
like disadvantage. But yeah,
Oh.
the ghost is making it just flat.
Fair enough.
That's actually a success. The heavy footfalls seem to pause and and then sort of shuffle. You can even perhaps even hear him scratching his head, and he's turning around. Doesn't seem like he has the say on what to do, and you can hear him calling back to Hugh or Doug or whatever his name is.
They bring goats. Come to give gift. I think.
Tribute.
Tribute.
Gift. Yeah, we'll go with gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that, doing anything else on your action as your movement?
Well, I got a bonus action, so can I take my bonus action to do like call monk shit?
You can do a patient defense.
That's going to cost me a key, isn't it? Yeah. No, he's not going to attack me this turn. I'll call it. I'll call it for this turn. But yeah. So you're saying he was hostile, but now he's neutral.
Yeah, it seems very hesitant, and the footfalls go from like a charging pace to suddenly like wandering around the corner. You'll see him.
Manny kind of pinches both sides of his robe and just says to himself, "Still got it."
Okay. The very confused-looking brute of a giant comes around the corner. He's not wearing much apart from like a leather thong around his neck
Sexy.
and a bit of a yeah, he is. He's got like leather wrist straps and a loincloth covering whatever decency he has. There's these large, like sharp teeth and a pair of tusks, still with like bits of fresh meat in between. And looks like he's kind of just woken up. He's rubbing his eye and then also scratching his head as he looks at you. And lastly, he has like a massive club in one hand that looks like it's been used as a meat tenderizer. And he stands there, stares at you for a moment, and then looks back down the tunnel and calls out again, saying like,
They're over here, dog. What friend do? Friend cook?
I think that's just going to be his action. He's just sort of holding the club ready, but not actually attacking you. Let's make some room for... He seems to see someone coming through, so he's going to make room for his friend. His friend. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his go, though. Snorp is just also holding
Snorp,
back.
well, Snorp, because obviously we went back to Good Mead to get the goats, if you remember correctly. So Snorp would be kind of leading the goats. So I guess would Snorp, like, if I'm telling him to get the goats, would Snorp, like, would that be within reason for him to, like, start ushering goats towards us?
You could run off and grab goats. There's some trek back, though.
Hey,
Like, I know,
we went
I
there
know
to
you
explicitly bring the goats.
But we didn't take them
think
with
you-
us in the woods.
You brought popcorn.
Well,
That
bring
was
pop.
it.
Well,
You-
bring pop. Oh yeah,
you
true.
gave
Go get-
popcorn to the other one.
Oh
the
shit!
trapper.
Yeah, no, we did. All right, I'm gonna stop. Get some fucking goats.
Okay. He scampers off. All right, let's remove him from combat. And Roki.
Oh, I'm gonna make my way over. 30 feet. I assume he can hear me from this distance, or should I dash and get closer?
And you're right. I just realized there is not much light out here for anyone.
He
And
needs
it is a
to
dense
see.
foliage.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm dashing so I can get closer. I don't need to be violent.
Oh, thanks, Roki.
And then I'll say to the giant, hey, have you ever had giant spider before?
A giant spider, you said?
Yeah.
Spooder, yes. Friend Squish Spooders.
Would you like some giant spider? Would you like to know where one is? Very tasty.
Friend Naughty Spider. Too
No.
hairy. Well, crunchy.
Ah, but the crunch is good. It's healthy. Makes you feel strong and powerful. Something I'm sure you're used to
Ooh.
feeling.
You can roll a persuasion check as well. Catering to his larger size.
Oh, that's so close.
Inspiration, Roki, inspiration.
I used mine before
Oh.
on, I can't remember, a long time ago.
Oh, friend prefers soft meat like sheep and goat. And man flesh.
To be honest, Roki is Roki's a leper. So if you eat him, it's gonna give you the shits for days.
I'm not a man. I'm a lizard.
And he's a lizard. Like that's almost as crunchy as a spider. And Bellamy, just have a sniff of Bellamy. The guy smells like shit.
Man, you didn't enter to shut the fuck up.
You hear a voice, a second one, coming around the corner, saying, "Be nice to friend, or else friend smash."
Are you the smart one?
The smart one.
Are you the boss?
I can tell none of you are smart one. Coming into my lair.
I saw a book once.
Who are you? What do you want?
It's not so much what we want in life. It's what we can give to others. I've always found, and what I'm offering to give to you is many goats. Here's the thing: we do have the need for some quite strong and muscular kind of support. We need you. You're a very strong man. You have a great good giants. You have a great reputation in these parts for strength. And for us too, and courage, and being just generally badass. And we're willing to pay you guys in goats. First of all, a small number of goats as a tribute, just for the grace of meeting you, and for allowing us to leave with our lives, which obviously you will, because we're going to give you some goats. But also we're willing to pay you more goats in order to help us destroy this great evil in the land that wants to kill giants and ruin your day.
What the fuck?
Shut the fuck up. I've got this.
So this giant, we shall say, is clearly no frost giant. In fact, they're actually quite a bit smaller, but nonetheless, they are very oversized, and they're gangly limbs. He has like this elongated kind of face.
Are they ogres?
Doesn't look like it. When you see an ogre, which is clearly on the right, compared to this, they are nowhere near the same.
Okay, so they're not the same species, is what you're saying.
So one's a giant
both
and one's an ogre.
One is there. They both look like giants, but yes, one's clearly an ogre. He's got that kind of paler skin, hairless, with like those pointed ears and sharp teeth. Whereas this Doug or Doug seems to just resemble like an oversized human, but with the kind of some limbs out of proportion.
Is that barrel under his arm a barrel of good meat by chance?
Yeah, he's not carrying it right now, but
okay.
for sure
Okay.
this must be where it is. If the Kuchawinga gave you that kind of smell of honey, that might be a clue as to what's actually in. Now, he's listening to your words carefully. Seems to stroke this kind of unkempt beard. And he sticks this large spear in the ground and says, "You want to trade with me?"
Yes. Are you you are you know, you have needs, you know, do you want to have to toil for food? Or no one does, no.
I'll just go to the bottom as well, Bellamy, because you definitely wanted to do something as well.
Uh,
Or did you?
have I ever heard Manny, Roki, or Stef speak giant?
No, but he's speaking in common right now.
I know.
This creature, but
Okay, fuck. Then I'll just look at them, and in giant I'll say, the bald guy talks too much. The other two aren't really sure what to do usually. We really aren't here to fight. If we can just sit around and talk, maybe we can find a way to help each other.
Yeah, but Bellamy, bear in
You
mind.
can't understand Bellamy.
Unless you
Yeah,
speak giant. If you speak
Oh,
giant,
you're speaking giant based. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
okay. If you speak in giant, then yeah, he will return in kind. Oh my god, I just realized what you said. God. You can as well, by the way. Anyway, right, this creature turns to you, Bellamy, and says, it seems to like fold his arms, says, "Highly unusual to trade with counters. What
we're
do
not
you
towners.
have to offer?" Oh,
We're out of towners, which is why we can offer you things that you maybe don't know about with Mead. But again, let's just talk around the fireplace.
very well. Friend, keep an eye on our visitors. Any false move, you know what to do.
And I'll tell
Yeah, friend.
Manny. I'll tell Manny. Manny, he said that if you move, they're gonna smack you. So don't say anything. Don't move.
Very funny, but also Bellamy, like kudos. I didn't know that you spoke giant. That's actually very cool. Manny will remember this. Sweet.
Okay,
Alright,
I'll.
you could jump out of combat.
Yeah.
Out of combat.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yes, we did it. Do we get XP for that?
Not quite yet.
Why did we immediately try to trade with them? I'm so. Why didn't we? mention
Because
why we were
I
here?
think because the alternative, because so we're here apparently to get the barrels of mead from Good Mead. I have goats; they like goats. We want the mead back. If we went down Bellamy's idea, we would have to like set a trap and kill these guys, and like they're
Oh,
you
we'll do
know
that.
we're not gonna fucking kill them. Like look at the size of that guy. They got no ogre.
So you
Listen,
think-
I'm
you
just
think
saying, Manny. I'm just saying, Manny. I have a scroll of fireball.
That is true, but you know
That's true.
we're in the far north. A scroll of fireball might be more suited. And forgive me for saying this, Faith, but might be more suited to like you know attacking a god made out of ice.
I feel like a god made of ice requires more than a fireball.
I think you're putting a lot of faith in that piece of paper, Steph.
Don't make me press the
It's okay.
fireball button.
I've just said, if we not question the fact that the Chewinga led us here, why did the Chewinga lead us
Look,
to battle.
guys,
Oh,
don't
by the
overthink it.
way,
Part of me thinks it's a convenient tool for the gods to derive our path for us, but also maybe disconnected.
Look,
How
let's
does it know?
Yeah. Also, we didn't catch the Chewinga, so this Chewinga is going to be like a.
no, it's buried in the snow around here, unless
listen, guys. Let's see what they say, because if we're close to them, it's better than them throwing rocks at us or throwing clubs at us.
Okay, Bellamy, can we at least agree? But by the way, I think we really tag team that well. They were coming at us to kill us. I taught them down. Then you start the negotiations. That's best. You speak their language, so it's probably best that you lead the negotiations. But could you do it in common so we can understand what you're saying and like slip in words in giant to kind of appeal to kind of like what's the word, to flatter them? Like, could you put could you do it like in common but using like the occasional word in giant so that they so that we can understand what they're talking about, but you can use the fact that you
talk to people. It's fine. We got this.
Yeah, cool. All right, sweet.
Manny, if a situation comes where you think, hey, I'm gonna keep them busy, you guys run, don't, because we don't have a magical item to get another army to rescue you, so.
It's cool. You didn't need to rescue me the first time, and I really do appreciate that. But okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Except the magical army of foxes, right?
Well, I wouldn't put much faith in foxes, because no matter how many foxes you got, I don't think they're gonna handle giants that well.
Well, to be fair, Bellamy, you were about to use this magical army of foxes to fight these guys in the first place. So
can I tie my scroll of fireball to a fox and set it off remotely?
How many foxes is a magical army of foxes?
Well, we won't know till we try it.
I've got a feeling it's at least 2d6.
No, Bellamy, you saw a vision of like 8 of them.
8. I saw 8.
Yeah,
I can
it
do
sounds like
8.
2d6.
Manny, where are you going?
Can I tell
he
if
said
the
we could meet him by the fire.
Didn't
Oh,
they say
Yeah,
to wait
Bellamy,
for
you
him?
did.
No,
You
he
did
said
hear
to
the
go.
gesture to come. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Alright.
can I still tell if the Chewinga's nearby?
Are the goggles still vibrating on this skull?
Yeah, I have the goggles.
Yeah, the goggles seem to be getting fainter. Like the vibrating is getting more distant now, especially as you're walking into the cave. You're getting like further away from it. It is potentially nearby. Yeah.
Could I call out?
No, you don't
Say,
know.
hey, I know you're still there. Can you help us more?
Mr. Chewinga.
Can you help keep us out of danger? Can I like hold out an offering in my hand? Can I just be holding like a piece of food? Something.
I mean, for this thing, you never saw it like eat potentially, and it seemed to be able to summon its own. Earlier, you saw it like literally a berry sprout out of its palm.
I don't have
But
anything else.
as you do call out for it, though, just simply hear like a rustle from the nearby trees to your left, and then you see like a breeze to the right. You see like a bit of snow sift from the top of another, almost like it's all around you, and it's so connected with nature. It is able to almost manipulate every little spruce, every little pine needle. And as you were asking earlier to the group, how did this thing know? It's almost like it perhaps is so in touch with nature, it can talk to every plant, every thistle, and all of nature knows. So it knows.
Magic.
You know-
What if once I see it like reacting, I use mending on like a little like damaged plant to like mend a leaf and see it, like have it see me doing that.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh, that's
like-
good.
I like that. Yeah.
I try
There's a lot
to
of
get some help from it because it looks like it might be psychic, so it might be able to like give me information, even if
There is
it
a
doesn't
lot
use
of-
words.
there is absolutely like a lot of trampled plants down here, and as the rest of your group step over the icy mire of bones and tusks of a long-dead mammoth, you do see a small like fern that you can easily mend. And say this is enough that you actually see rising up out of the snow the Chewinga. It doesn't seem to like disturb the snow either. It's almost like it just melds perfectly with it.
Can I ask a question? What the fuck is Chewinga? It's an elemental, right?
It is.
Do we know anything more about it other than it's apparently friendly?
We know their nature
Other
spirits,
than-
and that's kind of it.
Yeah,
to
other
be
than
as-
what you've observed.
Yeah, to be as respectful as I can to your guys' RP, I'm about a foot away from an ogre right now, and Bellamy hasn't done any diplomacy yet. This is a tentative alliance at
Well,
best.
I'm doing this
Yeah.
whilst you guys are wandering in because I'm trying to like.
Yeah. We'll get to this. Don't worry.
This thing is clearly powerful.
We're having a back and forth, but this has only taken 6 seconds to
Oh,
cast
no.
the mending cantrip.
Manny,
Okay.
Manny. Don't panic, but I see one of your goats in the back.
Well,
Yeah,
3 of them.
I can see 8
I will-
from here.
I will
So
get to the description in just a minute. So, Roki, you cast mending. The Chewinga sees this like little act, and it hops forward, sort of gliding through the snow, then looks up at you. But it doesn't seem to be able to like offer you anything. It just looks down at the now repaired fern and gives it like a little pat, and looks up at you. Its mask is so bizarre. You think there may be some sort of telepathic connection, and it doesn't seem to like connect with you. It definitely has a connection with nature all around it. Maybe its mask is some sort of pattern. Maybe it resembles some sort of druidic symbol, perhaps. But you're not exactly sure. They're so alien, but they do seem to find this fascinating that you've just shared a sign of compassion for nature.
Okay, I'll give it a smile and go back to the group and like.
I
I'll try
genuinely
to-
think you're safer out there, but it's your call.
I don't want to leave everyone alone.
It does offer out a hand as you're leaving, and you see it tries to grow a berry, but it like seems to strain, and it doesn't seem to be able to do it again.
You have to wait for it to long rest.
In other words, adequate gift once per day.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
Yeah,
friend.
I'll still give it a smile and go back to the group. I tried to see, but clearly it's.
Yeah, and
it's
the
not
reason I
gonna
wasn't talking,
give any information.
the reason I wasn't talking to the ogre is because it looks like it's waiting for us to come in, so I didn't want to,
Exactly, yeah.
I
It's
mean, yeah,
watching
that
you
was just
come
a
in.
short time. I'm coming back to you guys
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So,
that
like,
happens all at
was
the same
all of-
time. Yeah.
That was all of like 12 seconds, and as you come in, you see Friend leads you into a bonfire in the middle of the cave that keeps this well lit, and it's relatively warm. The scent of roasting meat fills the air as a hunk of whatever it is on a spit, and you can see it's dripping juices into the fire. There are goat and sheep held in this spacious animal pen, and it seems to be enclosed by just a crude wooden fence. Other features of the cave include a little wooden cart with a broken wheel, and it's very obvious why, because Friend goes down and sits on it like it's some sort of stool. And you can hear the wood creaking and snapping as he sits down on it. And there are 2 old crates and a couple of barrels as well. Doug is still standing there with a spear, but looks at you, and he's holding a whistle in the other hand, just playing with it through his fingers.
is it
Okay,
is
now
the
you can-
whistle giant sized, or did it look like he took it from a human?
No, it's made of bone, so he's either carved it to be a whistle shape for his own size.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Sit.
We've been in the cold for so long, I'd rather just stand and warm up by the fire. It's really comfortable in here, thank you.
As you see, I want for nothing. I have plenty of food and plenty of goats.
Manny has plenty of food and plenty of goats, Manny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good then. Well, if you want for nothing, then why are you still... Well... Okay. Listen. If you want for nothing, that's fine. But what happens when your sheep and goats run out? What happens when you've eaten them all? You must steal more, right? You must take more. You must conquer. Huh.
He seems to find your like patronizing tone amusing. Says, if I see, I can take. There have been an abundance of goats recently, and I have taken them. My pen overfloweth.
Indeed, I see that. And in fact, would you be surprised to learn that I actually brought these goats to the north?
You?
Indeed.
Normally goats don't wander this far north, is what Manny's saying. So.
Yeah, when was the last time you ate a goat? Come on.
Friend says, yesterday.
Okay.
And Doug says, yes, well, I see. So you're the one who brings the goats.
I am. Some call me the goat bringer.
Yeah, and Bellamy over there, they call him Goat Slayer.
Well, just the one so far, but I could probably do more.
Yeah, we're still on rough terms from that. So let's.
Thank you for leading into me.
Listen, Doug, hear me out. You guys are big guys, both of you. How long do you think it'll take the two of you to get through all of these goats? 2 days? Maybe 3?
Friend
Speaks up. Sounds like challenge.
No. What I'm saying is, this is good for 2 or 3 more days, but we can all come to an agreement that sets you up for good. Wouldn't you prefer that?
Okay.
I would like to raise my hand. I would like to giant.
Yeah, he turns to you.
We want to match, right? Well, we happen to know the location of a cauldron that provides endless stews.
What? Do we? That sounds like a lie.
I've never heard of. What is that a thing?
I look at Stef like you better have a plan.
He raises an eyebrow. I see. With that much food, I could feed Gog as well.
Who's Gog?
Gog.
There are more of us.
Shit.
Oh, is it a little giant baby?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's such a thing as little giant babies. I think their babies are as big as a fully grown man.
He is a powerful, beautiful hunter.
Oh, is Garg here right now, or is she outside?
Is she currently dating at the moment, or like what's the deal?
Oh, with a stew, I could. Yeah, he's thinking to himself. You can like clearly tell this. Manny's hit the nail on the head. He seems to like smile, like almost like a goofy, boyish smile.
Oh man, Manny.
We got this. All right.
I'll stop over to Manny.
So I give you a look, Steph, and I'm like, all right, we found the angle.
Yeah, we found him. What if we, if we organize a date for him?
Yeah. Manny pulls out his clipboard. He's already ready to take his bank details. He's ready. Okay, so
greatest dating show Icewindale has ever seen.
I know. Yeah.
Gog would be most impressed with a feast like that.
Yep. Excuse me.
Is there anything else Garg likes? Like, does Garg like death and destruction?
No, Garg, don't be racist. Come on, Garg doesn't like death and destruction. He wants to woo his lady friend. It's romantic. Are you saying giants aren't capable of romance? Dog, are giants capable of romance?
I'm just saying, is Garg maybe interested in a display of power as well?
No, he's interested in a display. Chill the fuck out. Wait, Steph,
where you giants procreate?
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're
We don't
whining and
want-
dining.
I don't want to know that. I'm
No,
not saying.
I mean, he's not. He's Stef. He's not an ogre. Come on.
No, hey,
As you say that, you see friend reach over, like past your head, almost like it's about to squish a melon, but instead reaches to the spit, grabs a piece of meat, and just stares you down as he sinks his giant teeth into it.
Yeah. Listen, Doug. I'm of the opinion that, you know, no man should stand, or ogre, or giant, or whatever, should stand between true love. And if you think this strong and powerful huntress is, you know, is the woman for you, you know, maybe we can figure out a thing. We can make that happen. I think Steph's right. You know, if you had a cauldron of plenty, if you had food beyond imagining, if you had the ability to sustain her and raise children together with her, and know that she would never go hungry, and that you're a strong man who's got this powerful magical item, I think she'd respect you. Do you agree?
I agree. Yes, you will bring me this cauldron.
No, that's not what we said.
And
Because the thing is, the cauldron is guarded by people stronger than us, so we can't do that.
you
Like-
wished to trade, didn't you?
We do wish to trade, yeah.
that's one thing. That's one thing. This is there maybe other things that guards like? Does guard like giant fireballs?
What?
What the fuck are you doing, Steph? Chill out.
Roll a fireball. Stop being.
Dude, why would? Yeah, I know, but like, God, can you read common?
Yes.
Okay, well, all right, well, okay. So here's what we'll do, right? We'll put together a contract. I've got some chalk here, right? Some leaves around. Oh no, I don't. The chewinga took it. Shit. Okay. New plan, Garg. This lady friend of yours, is she into you? Is she seen someone else? You know, what's the deal there?
You will be when I present us a feast before her eyes.
Yeah.
You will not be able to resist my attempts anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Here's the deal. We're in need to sate the thirst of a local town of good mead. Have you heard of that settlement?
Oh. He kicks a empty cask next to him and says, "Yes, and what good mead they have."
Yeah. Do you have any more of those barrels?
Now narrows his eyes. Yes.
Cool. So here's what we could do. Give us the barrels. We'll take them to Goodmead. We'll go and get the cauldron, bring it back, and then you know, we can talk. You know, let's you know, woo your lady friend. You know, we'll set up a date.
Friend says, he looks like kind of nodding. You can see him like nodding, and Doug not so quick to accept this trade. You're talking about taking before you give.
I'm talking about you making a down payment, because the value. Listen, the value of this, as you will surely agree, the value of this cauldron is far superior to a couple of barrels of mead. But
Also think about the gargles.
But so when we come back with the cauldron, then we'll enter the negotiation. So, and I like DM, I'm like very subtly but carefully implying that like we won't have any power to negotiate, and like I'm making it kind of obvious while being obvious that I'm trying to hide the fact that if we came back with a cauldron, they could just take it and be like, haha, we win, right? So I'm like opening up a vector of attack to us if we were to return. So I'm saying to him, yeah. So what we'll do is, you know, obviously you'll give us a down payment of the mead. You know, that's so that we can go to town, buy some supplies, go get the cauldron. We'll bring it back here, and then we can negotiate for a trade.
think this
You
calls
can
for
have-
a persuasion.
You can have snore, but
He cannot have snore for
Oh my god,
security.
you're gonna use Snorf, Snorf again.
I mean,
I
Snorf is
understand what I
always-
said. You can have snore position.
or
It's
we
like
can
last time
leave.
you traded
We
the
can leave
hag for
Snorf
Snorf,
and
trading the
Manny
giant.
behind as the
Yeah.
No. We need money.
Well, they already. Oh, and by the way, when we take the mead, we will need some help getting it out. So we will need to take the goats just to pull the barrel. They are quite heavy. But what I can do is when we come back, we'll bring twice as many goats back, and that's just our way of sweetening the deal.
Roll that persuasion check.
Okay.
Why do
That's
you do
Wendy,
this?
baby. That's Wendy, baby.
Why do you do this?
Can I get a guidance, anyone?
Yeah,
That's only if you
if it's
fail.
a fail. Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
That's not bad.
we can
Um,
still add a guidance to that,
it-
right?
You
It
can add
depends.
guidance
Did he
if you
fail?
like. No, he didn't. But you can still add guidance if you want to really reach high numbers.
Yeah.
Because there is a
this
band
is-
of success here.
This is
Because-
a complete insane ask. So-
If it was like less than 14, it's basically a flat out no. You bring Colden. If it's a 15, he's willing to go halfway with you, basically saying, "I'll give you half a cask now and half a cask later, whatever." And then if you run a roll at D4, if you can get a 20, yeah,
You need a 3 or
Oh,
5.
I've got to make it a target. Oh.
Yeah, and we got a 50% chance. So
Roll a 4.
yeah,
amazing.
just roll a
Who's
D4.
rolling it?
for
Me or Manny?
You can roll it because it's your spell, Roki.
Sure.
Alright,
Good enough.
19. Okay.
that's pretty close.
It is close. Verby says,
So we can't have the
actually-
goats, basically.
he says, Verbeeg have learned to not trust words of all our folk,
Hmm.
but you make tempting offer. You can take 2 casks.
How many
I'm
casks do you
keeping-
have?
3. I'm
You have
keeping
3, yeah.
one for the date, as you said.
Oh yeah, no,
That'll be a
that checks out. To be
fine
fair,
thing to dine over.
you know what? You're actually right. Do you have any candles? We can get you some candles as well.
I brew.
No, she's a huntress. Does she like flowers?
No, she
Skulls?
likes wood carving.
Wood carving.
Wood carving. Yeah.
If I'm not making any promises, but if I can find a Sheshnal, I will see if I can get you a nice little. What does she like carving of?
Oh, wait. Give me a second, Manny. Let me check. Where the fuck did it go? Mr. Game Master, I'm pretty sure I looted 17 javelins from the hack.
Dude, can't you carry 17 javelin?
I can
Oh,
carry.
javelins. Yes, you do have javelins. Yep.
I do. I would like to offer this man all of my 17 javelins because she probably likes javelins.
Okay, that will definitely sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, these look like tiny toothpicks, but we can tie some together. So I'll have to use like 2 javelins stuck together to make one.
I mean, you can also use them as like for rotisserie chicken or
Yeah.
goats or snorts.
Rotisserie
good.
goats, yeah.
Yes, skewers.
So
skewers.
we came to the agreement. You're going to keep one of the barrels. We're going to take 2 barrels to go and sell for supplies for our quest to go and get the cauldron, and you're going to give me back my 3 goats, and they're going to pull the barrels basically. I think this is a great deal. One thing I will ask, this lady love of yours, it is a little bit musky in here. Do you want me to get you any fragrances or scents for? And also your friend here, don't you think he'll be like kind of crashing the party if he's, you know, in? I know, you know, I'm not implying that you're into like kind of that kind of thing. Like he's got something to do, right? You know, you can send him on a like hunting or maybe tie some intestine on the door handle or whatever, you know.
Yes, friend, you go play with Yogo Boar. And
Yoga ball?
friend kind of like, yes, it's our pet, our house pet.
Ooh, I love pets. I used to have 87 goats.
Yeah.
What breed is it?
Yoko boar. Big, furry bear.
A bear. Right. I'm gonna pass on the opportunity to meet them.
Oh, I want to meet the bear.
Yoko boar.
Can I meet the bear?
Steph, if you want to go get eaten by the bear, you go ahead.
No, I
Follow
don't.
friend.
I'm not pet it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
get eaten.
Yeah, you follow
Yeah.
friend.
I
Dragon
trade
man.
Manny's soul for the bear.
Can we trade Snort for the bear?
No! It's not so important than the bear.
Are you?
It's not wrong, but Manny's soul isn't.
You don't
Friend
want him.
pick you up.
He's just the most powerful kobold in the region. You don't want him.
Yeah.
Friend
He's just
pick
the
up
most
Dragon Man.
powerful. He's just the most thematically relevant kobold that has ever existed.
He's only flattened one town. He's nothing important.
Okay, so Steph, you wanted this. You come into a freezing cold cave. You can see there's a little frozen river that winds its way through the cave, and it ends in a lake. And
Oh, do I spy a statue over there?
you spy a what? The statue?
Yeah.
Yeah, the frozen stream ends in this like 7-foot deep frozen pool. But with your dark vision, you can see trapped beneath the ice is a stone statue of a smiling young man, naked except for a well-placed oak leaf, and his face is turned toward the sky. And
That's kinky.
just as you're admiring this
Is there
statue, you hear this.
Is there any checks I could maybe do on this? History? Or something?
Yes, you can roll either a religion or a religion. There's your choice.
I'll roll a religion. Yes.
Good choice.
That's a success. This is a statue depicting a god of nature, known as Sylvanus. And just as you're admiring it, you hear the low growl of a bear next to you, like, "Mrrr!" And friend says, "Friend, come, Yogo bear," and like starts to like literally wrestle with this thing. It is massive. This is a cave bear, and it's littered with gnawed bones and skulls. Like you can see the.
So
the
is
dwarven
he like
helmet.
literally wrestling it, or is it more like a playful thing?
It's playful, but if it was you playing, you'd be having your arms ripped off, right?
Even if I have a really cool animal handling role.
Maybe it's still like getting, like a play for a bear can be incredibly dangerous, but an ogre is able to like sort of wrestle and tug of war with it, and they are tug of warring with what looks to be like the shaft of a battle axe.
Wait, what was the ogre's name? It only says friend.
Friend. That's it. His name is Friend.
Oh wow, friend. Your what was the thing's name?
Yogo Boar.
He seems very cute and cuddly. Very affectionate, very cute.
Yes, Yoko boar like hugs.
Yeah, I can see that. He loves hugging people really hard.
You finished with dwarf now?
With dwarf?
Yeah, you hear like this low growl, and it kicks away a helmet that looks very dwarven in make. And you can see it contains a gnawed skull as it kind of rolls out of the helmet.
Shit.
But yeah, you see Friend has to actually keep Yogo Boar away from you, like in between, as the bear is clearly very hostile and hungry. But yeah, what more do you want to know more about Sylvanus, by the way, just in general?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm very knowledgeable. I should know things about this if I pass the check.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the Faerunian god of wild nature, otherwise known as the Oak Father or the Forest Father, he's an incredibly old god, probably one of the few deities that druids still worship.
Is he pre-sundering?
Pre-sundering, yes. Yeah, he is. His powers were to control like animals and forest creatures. He was also a god of natural order. He could heal the sick. He could like cleanse diseases. Yeah, he didn't have many allies though, nor did he have many enemies. He's kind of more of like a neutral god. Just as long as nature continued on its way, he wouldn't have any quarrels with other gods. But yeah, mostly worshipped by clerics and druids. And yeah, to see a statue like this is quite rare. There's not many places of worship for Sylvanas. You would consider like just the forest in general, like its church, his church. So to see a statue is actually quite a rarity. Must be ancient.
I would like to, while he's inspecting the statue, I'd like to have a quick huddle with the gang, Roki, Bellamy, and Faith.
Hello.
I've just had a fairly cunning idea.
Yes.
So, what if we, obviously it's going to take us a 10-day to go and get the cauldron. Obviously we don't intend on doing that.
I'll make my way back out while he talks.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
They're gonna come back to the village at some point.
Yeah, I know. So why don't we take Friend with us? Why don't we, to give him extra surety, why don't we say we'll take Friend with us? Now, Friend seems really fucking stupid, and we could probably convince him for, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, that, we're going to get the cauldron, we could just, gaslight the fuck out of him, and get him to fight our battles for him. Worst case scenario, we've separated them, so he's now much weaker, and they can't rob the village as easily. Best case scenario, Best case scenario, he dies in battle, and we've killed half of these fuckers for free.
Manny, I know where you're going with this, and I'm not saying I'm totally opposed, but we have a chance here to make true love happen.
Yeah, we can still make true love happen.
Oh my
and
god!
We can make, no, Steph. We can make true. I'm also on the bandwagon of true love. But what I'm saying is, true love, and we snorp the shit out of Friend.
I think from what we've seen, that's a terrible plan.
I think it's a great plan because we've got about 50 goats, so we can feed him for about 50 days.
Yeah, but what about Yokbor?
What about what?
Go ball.
He has a dog, kind of, except
shit,
like a giant bear. I've seen it. They like play fighting.
Let me ask. Doug.
No, it's not really a dog.
No, not dog. Not a dog. A dog is a Duke. Doug. Are you cool with that cave bear?
Cave bear is friend of friend. So yes.
Right. Yeah. So could you look after it while if Friend was away for a little while? So we've had a thought. It might be quicker because it's going to take us about a month because see how small we are. And this cauldron's huge. It's about the size of Roki, which is that one there, the shiny one. So if we took Friend with us, we could probably get it back in, a fortnight, a 10-day maybe. But he'd have to. Do you think? I mean, you know him better than we do. Do you think he'd be able to behave?
Friend is only really listening to me. We've built up a strong relationship over the years.
Could you delegate that to us temporarily to go and get this cauldron?
be tricky. I mean, for
I mean,
example,
we have an abundance of goats, so he'd be well fed.
he would have killed you on sight had it not been for my command. But you there, you can speak our language.
Bellamy, that's you.
To avoid some miscommunication, he might understand you better. But it's a risk. Friend can be a little bit of a hothead sometimes.
So, Doug, here's the thing. If we take Friend with us, and Friend dies on the road, but we still get you this cauldron and your true love, how upset are you going to be on a scale of 1 to 10?
Let me ponder this a second, because he thinks...
You know, we get you your gal pal, you complete your love quest. How you know, is it a trade you're willing to make?
I would rather not trade. Friend is...
Do you love her that much? Does she stir your loins?
He does, but I'm not going to give up Friend. That would be...
No, I'm not saying you have to give up Friend. I'm saying that Friend would help us go and get the cauldron. But if we came back without Friend, would you still want this woman?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. And you would forget, and obviously Friend, because we have to go and get this cauldron from a very powerful creature, which we can just about take on our own, but we would have much easier time taking Friend with us. But if he did fall in battle, you would not slay us on sight. Like you would take the cauldron. We could set up the love quest. We could hold a funeral for Friend. But it would be it would be better for you, I think. You know, and also he needs to see the world. It's no sense him sitting in this cave. There's villagers to pillage.
Villagers would kill Friend. I know this.
I have a kind of a reputation for being quite the negotiator. I'm
say
pretty.
him as a monster.
No, well, he's just misunderstood.
I've seen what they do. The monsters.
And trust me,
They themselves are monsters.
in some ways they are, but I believe, in my heart, that true love finds a way. And this is the best way to bring your true love to you.
You can roll another persuasion check.
Okay.
Or not, that's the case maybe.
No, it's just loading.
Oh, there we go. What do we get? 10 plus... Oh, nothing. He seems a little bit on edge about this idea.
The guidance been off?
He probably... plus... No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
He seems to refuse this idea and say, "Oh, Friend has his great uses, and they are best used here."
Manny, he
case.
clearly cares about his friend. I
That's
understand
true.
that you're my friend too. I care about you.
You're my friend too, Stef. Thank you.
We did not leave you in the cave.
Mhm.
He wants to stick with his friend.
Okay. We will stick to the original plan. You will give us the 3 barrels of mead and the 3 goats and 1 sheep. We will go and get the cauldron.
This deal keeps getting worse every time.
Sorry, did I misremember? Well, we spoke about this before. We need at least 3 of the goats to pull the barrels of mead. At least 2 to pull 1 each. You know, look how small and puny we are. And we said however many goats or sheep we take, we'll bring twice as many back to as compensation. You can add them to the stew.
If you don't bring back goats in twice as many, then I will take something as compensation from good mead. And I will
Yeah,
tell
of course.
them that it was your...
All of our goats are at good mead, so like you know what I mean. It's not that far to travel.
I will leave a message in blood so that
Oh.
they know it was you that betrayed them.
Oh, okay. Well, what I do need you to do is not do that.
Well then, you had best make good on your word.
It will take it. Thank you. It will take us a month. Without friend, it will take us a month to bring you the cauldron. Is this understood? So look to the moon in the next new moon. You'll have your cauldron and your dinner date.
He thinks for this a moment. A month is a little bit different in what you might expect.
It's like 4 10 days, right? Or 3 10 days.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's my calendar?
We're in Kythorn now, so.
He means 3 weeks. 4 weeks, sorry.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Kythorn, so. Yeah, there's like 3 10 days.
What's the current phase? What's the current phase of the moon?
It's about to be a full moon.
Well, at the next full, not this full moon coming, but the next one. Not tomorrow, but yeah, the next full moon, basically.
The next one wouldn't be until like the 1st of Midsummer.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I'll tell you what he says. He's a bit wary about this whole month ordeal, and he looks at you and sees that you're like small and puny, sure, but he also knows travel distances because he's wandered many the tundra.
But he does have very long legs, and we do have very short legs.
He says, "I will give you a 10-day to return."
You will give us 2 10 day.
10 day and a half.
Deal.
All right.
I spit on my hand and put it out to shake with him.
Okay, sure. He does the same, and it's a massive meaty paw. You can see some of the fingers are like weirdly misshapen, maybe double jointed. His little finger is bigger than his thumb, and it's just very bizarre. But he shakes on it nonetheless.
My arm rattles in its socket.
Yeah. Look forward to doing business again with you, bringer of goats. Now, be gone from my lair before Garg returns and sees your kind here as an insult.
Oh yeah, we'll keep this on the down low. Trust me.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
Alright. Order bots roll out.
Okay. There's a horrible stench coming from that top gate, by the way.
I'll try and look like what's causing the stench. Can I tell?
Yeah, it doesn't take much to just look in and peer down and see the refuse pit of bones, and it's a whole mixture in there. In fact, hold on. It's likely got... Yeah, there are likely human bones. You probably see a skull or two. Oh god, I never said found the other bodies. Shit. Oh yeah, that's because the Taringa led you here. Oh well, we'll do that on the way back. But yeah, you're looking for anything in particular other than just the bones? Any like identifiable things?
Yeah, so from what I knew, these guys were the ones who tussled with the warriors from Good Mead and Ezekiel, and I'm looking for signs of either those guys or maybe something that Ezekiel used to own.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure.
Look through. It's quite far down, so you're just like peering and poking around, maybe.
Oh, shit, we didn't ask if they'd seen our friends.
It's true. I was wondering when someone was going to ask that. Bellamy, hard to tell. It's kind of far down. Where is it? And it's really covered quite deeply in rot and other bits. It's like 10 feet. It's 20 feet deep. So God knows how much trash and filth is in there. But you don't see anything immediately that sticks out as an identifiable bit of
well, the reason I didn't ask was because these are the guys who stole the battle, so 1 + 1 = 2.
Right. That might be a good call, actually. Okay. But as you're coming back out the cave, you take a deep breath of fresh air once again. And you've got 3 goats with you. This is Nubs, Brenda, and Wiggs.
Where's
and they
Ezekiel?
seem. Ezekiel.
Oh, he got killed. He got eaten. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Alright, never mind.
I'll wait till we're out of earshot of the cave, like really far away, and then I want to talk to the group and see what our next step is.
I didn't see any sign of anything else alive here that
Mhm.
was human size.
Okay. Group scrum. Bellamy, do you want to? I'll take minutes. Do you want to chair the
it's
meeting?
I'm just wondering, so now we know where they are, like we said we were going to do. We didn't fight them on their own terms, which would have possibly ended badly.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? Like, we got 2 out of 3 battles, which is not nothing. We'll take that back to town. But what do you guys think our next move should be? Because I have thoughts of my own, but I want to
Well,
hear what you think.
What
I
if we
think-
blew up the cave entrance?
There's probably another way in. Or they can dig it out. They're quite strong. Also, I don't have any explosives.
I had to tell you, Roki, but yeah, when you were sitting here, you can very clearly see it.
Oh,
Yeah. You would know that there are definitely multiple entrances.
Yeah.
And also, Stef would also confirm that that river winds its way out. There are 3, a total of
Okay.
maybe more. You're not sure of.
Here's what I suggest, because these are obviously the ones we were looking for. Unless we take care of them, Goodmead's going to have a bad time, one way or another.
We're not going to be able to take care of them. And my thought would be the best course of action, sincerely. Goodmead cannot generate the... Goodmead can't make mead anymore, right? Like, we know that. And the only attempt that's been made to make mead has been by that mad cat who's killing people for it. Right? So, I think we have to get to a stage where we go... Goodmead has a population of what? Like 120, 130 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like... I think they should seek refuge at East Haven. I think
damn it.
they should abandon the town, and I'll tell you for why. Even if we slay these trolls, these giants, the next threat is going to decimate their town. They don't have a standing army. Winter is getting worse, and at least East Haven has food aplenty to feed them.
Then why the fuck did we go out here for?
Because we needed to get them the mead so that they at least have a way to... That mead is worth a lot of gold. They can at least get themselves started there, maybe buy a community hall.
Listen. We know the entrances to the cave. All we have to
And
do...
they're not the only threat. Be a realist about this. Don't look at this in terms of one issue to fix. This is not the problem. This is just a symptom of the problem.
Manny, you're gonna have to start fixing shit sometimes.
Yeah, and we can't be around to fix all of Goodmead's problems.
Fix this. 3 entrances. We put start fires at each 3 of the entrances. We put the smoke in. We smoke them out, then we take care of them. Because trust me, a creature like that can't see and can't breathe ain't worth much.
No, we take the refugees from
They're
Goodmead.
not refugees.
They have no way of supporting themselves. This is the last of their mead. They can't make any more. That is how they sustain themselves. They trade with the other towns for food. They're not an agricultural society. They have no source of food.
Look,
And East Haven refused to export any food because there's not enough from the cauldron, but it is enough to make sure that those who are in need, such as refugees from Goodmead, can be fed and can at least with these barrels of mead that we brought back to them, they can buy themselves a community hall, one of the dilapidated houses on the outskirts, start up a community center or something, and build homes.
For God's sakes, man, would you grow some fucking balls and do something? This is cowardice at its worst.
This is not cowardly. These trolls are a symptom of a bigger problem. Okay, so we killed the trolls, or we killed the giants, and then there are goblins. We killed the goblins. Then there are kobolds. We killed the We cannot be around to defend them, and they don't have a standing army. Winter is getting worse, and we will not be able to solve the issue of Oral's wrath sooner than Goodmead has been here, and it will be here again in the future, but right now we're in the heart of winter and it is only getting worse.
So basically, to the people that ask you for help, you're going to go back and say, we can help you, get the fuck out.
To them, I am going to pose to them the question that if you cannot create your good mead and thus cannot sell, thus do not have any ability to generate revenue, then where does your food come from?
Then
And
why
then they
didn't
were
we do
like,
this
oh,
before we set out?
hunting. Because we didn't know the facts. We came out to give them a chance. These barrels of mead that we're bringing back, they're very valuable to them. They sell for a fortune anywhere in the other 10 towns. This will be enough to get them started. We've given them a chance. We owe that to them. What we do not owe to them, and which we cannot provide for them, even if we did, is a constant defense force for every problem that might plague their
Right,
lands.
okay, I know where Pussy McBaldface sits. Stef, Roki, you agree with this?
I have no strong opinions on the matter.
Right, Roki, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. I don't want them to suffer. I don't want them to have to run away from their home.
Then do something. Try
They'll
and
suffer.
fix
They
the
will
problem.
starve if they stay.
Let's ask the townspeople as well, perhaps, because it is a big ask to get them up from their town. Faith says.
We can help them. We can take care of one of their problems. It's a start. It'll make their lives better rather than
And
doing
they
nothing
will
and running.
starve as the winter gets worse and Oral's frost fucking wind bears through here. There is no food. The crops wither on the vine. The bees are dead.
Okay, so again, Steph doesn't
Let
have
us have
anything
this. Let us
aggravating.
have this conversation before the town's council. Maybe they have elected a speaker by now, and we can make we can each make our case to them, if they and then allow them to choose as they see fit.
Fair enough.
All right. Bellamy, would you like to give me a survival check to navigate your way back
Yes,
through
sir.
the woods? You can
It's
do
still
with
a
advantage
okay.
this time, purely because it seems as though you've kind of figured out where you were started, and now you can just sort of figure out the other point. Oh, it
Cool.
looks like you didn't need it. You're all good. But I will say, that as you're navigating your way back, the Mead barrels are sloshing away on the little dog sled back there. But you're up ahead of the others, and suddenly see quite a grisly sight ahead of you. In the snow, there are half-buried bodies. See, perhaps just
I think it was 5. I'm not sure if it was 5 plus Ezekiel, but I remember 5.
yes, 5. You find amid the snow-covered pines 5 militia members who look like they were potentially clubbed to death. See their bodies like broken. New fallen snow has already begun to settle on their corpses.
And you say this place is safe for the people of Goodmead.
Well, it's not safe if you leave threats like that unattended. No, that's where you take care of them. That's what you do when you got a job to do.
Well, you know what? We can't be here to solve every threat that the town
Solve this
faces.
thing, Manny. We haven't solved shit in the last week. Why don't we try
No,
and do
we
something?
haven't. No, we haven't. We haven't.
Faith-
Although, other than curing world hunger, we haven't. No.
I think you mean town hunger.
Well, it's close enough.
I'll rush over to the bodies and I'll
Hey,
look for
speak
any.
some sense into this man.
I'll rush over to the bodies and I'll try and see if there's any sign of Ezekiel in the
check
militiamen.
you check each body over. There is signs of a battle that went down. You see blood splatters here and there, and the swords that they carry are also battered and bloody too. But you turn over each one and examine there is no Ezekiel here.
And I'm assuming that it'll be way too difficult to try and put any of these bodies on the sled next to the beat and carry at least some of them back to town.
Faith says we should try. Instead of arguing, we need to put these men to their resting place. There's families that are waiting for their loved ones to return home, and
Yes, this mangled mess will surely give them closure.
Or what, man? You never lost anyone?
They need to be
More
resolved.
than you can imagine.
Right, and you wouldn't want to bury the ones you lost.
Put them on the dog slow. I'll help.
Good.
yeah, pile up the bodies in the dog sled. Begin making your grim return to Goodmead. the other nearby townsfolk do see you returning. Some of them do rush out into the snow and ask, "What news? What news?" This is Olivissa, Unterpour, and Panda doesn't seem to be anywhere to be seen.
Good mead is lost. But we have the mead, but the town is lost. We must flee. We must flee to East Haven. It is the only chance you have for your lives. We'll discuss this in the town hall. And you've lost. Some more have been lost to this. To the terrors beyond.
He
Were
does
there
not
no
speak for us, by
survivors?
the way.
We are of different opinion, and we will discuss this in the town hall.
Okay, let us go there now then. Chanda said he was away on some errands. He's traveled to another town. He's left me in his stead, but please, yes, come in.
Of course he
They
has.
lead you to the town hall. Now, there is a bit of a buzz in the town hall, pun intended, because there seems to be a couple of people sat down at nearby tables, and they're sampling what looks to be a drink. And there looks to be looks of approval over their faces. And they're saying, "This isn't half bad. Clint, you've damn well done it again. I don't know
no.
how you do it."
Fuck's
No.
sake. The gods,
And
can we not catch a break?
Clint is there smiling, a
Ah,
Cheshire cat grin.
You
as
see
he
what I'm...
says,
Bellamy, do you see what I'm saying?
I'm starting to get the
what can
point,
I say?
yes.
The desperation drives these people to barbarity.
Well, we don't know what the fuck's going on, but it
Oh,
can't be
we
good.
know, we know,
There is
we
there is
know.
a silver lining, Olivissa says. At least we have the mead production back in.
Yeah, we're going to need to talk about that in a second because well, you know what? Why don't you take this, Roki?
Yeah.
I refer to my friend Roki's question.
How do you make mead without food? What is the mead made from?
Oh, the mead is a special ingredient. I have found a select group of bees that are just miracle workers, to say the
Okay,
least.
I'm going to walk up to the cat and punch him in the face.
There you go.
Can I
No.
not let him? Can I stop him?
You can, yeah, I will allow you. If you place a hand on me, I'll allow you to
I
stop. Me.
I just want to catch the punch. As you like no.
Well,
I'll
he
allow you to
sees
grab
this
my
coming
arm.
as well.
Yeah, I'll allow you to
Clint
grab.
uses his-
Yeah, that's fine. All right, you start, man.
Clint uses his feline agility to like sprint 60, 90 feet away.
What the
Not
fuck?
again. Not those people.
Bellamy, listen. Please,
let's-
we disagree on so much, but can we please agree on the fact that there's something fucked up about this cat?
Oh, yeah.
Please, just let these people have their moment of reprieve. And please,
Man,
no more violence.
there's a very high chance that whatever it is you think you're drinking, it's either made from people or made by killing people.
As much as I don't want to hurt someone, we need to know that he isn't hurting people to make that mead. Or
Let's do this.
Well, here's the thing: we know that he is.
Look, I understand your concerns. Clint, as I said, is very, very eccentric, very strange, and I've been trying to get to the bottom of it myself, but I haven't found any other damning evidence thus far. And the
Let's do
mead
this.
is flowing again.
Yeah, we have just come back from a very long travel in this awful weather after facing giants that could have killed us at any moment. That we might have to deal with again because you guys are struggling with it, and we're coming back to people might be being harmed to make mead. There's something not right here.
And here's the thing: we gave you the goats, right? You could have milked the goats. You could have made milk mead. You decided not to. This isn't milk mead. I can tell this isn't milk
Manny,
mead.
nobody likes milk mead.
Okay, sure, nobody likes milk mead.
but anyway,
I mean, I don't like milk mead.
You're defending him. Have you seen proof of these bees?
I agree. We will get to the bottom of this together. But right now, it wasn't my main concern. These
Okay.
bodies, the men that have lost their lives defending this town, those were my priority, okay?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's more deaths coming. There is a plague of death on the horizon. Giants, wabber snatchers, other mythical terrible creatures, chewingas. You ever seen a chewinga?
Wait, chewingas are nice.
Shut up.
It sounds like you've all been through a lot. Look, again, you can stay in Speaker Kendrick's house tonight. Maybe a good rest, clear head in the morning, okay?
Wait, you guys were
thank you
talking
again.
about. You guys were talking about the bees, right? Didn't we see like a weird magical man with dead rats and bees?
Magical man? Who?
What?
I remember we saw some bees that were eating dead rats earlier in our travels.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yes,
shit, we did. Yeah.
We did see flesh-eating bees. Just putting that out there.
What the fuck? Well, that
How
explains
did
it.
you forget that? I have it in my notebook.
Yeah, no, I
Look.
remember that distinctly.
Ma'am, let's do this. It'll clear it right up. Let's have Glint show us how he makes the mead. It's that simple.
Yes.
Show us
Yep.
how you
He's
make
just locked
meat.
himself. The very sight of you terrified him, and he locked himself in the kitchen again. Look, please. I know you want to get to the bottom of this, and I promise you, we will together.
You know what?
okay?
No. Fuck
I-
this town. There's giants that are coming to destroy your town in a 10-day. So that's the situation as it stands now. Yes,
What?
there are. We've spoken to the giants. We could not come to terms with them. We couldn't slay them. In fact, this entire town together, this backcountry bumfuck town, could not slay them because they are giants. They're big, and we're little.
Don't
Right?
forget the bear.
So,
Wait, Manny. I thought we were helping the giants copulate.
Yeah, I think.
yeah,
probably
there
just-
is also a giant.
That's a
with
different story.
necklace.
But don't
Yeah.
forget there's
I'm
also
hearing-
the bear that's bigger than a normal bear. Bears
Oh,
are really
and
big.
there's a cave, and they have a cave bear.
I'm hearing conflicting stories from your party, as well as insults to our people. Please just leave and go to Kendrick's house, sleep it off, and we'll talk in the morning. All right? I have these bodies to deal
Fine.
with. Thank you.
Look, she
And
won't
we will
listen to us.
discuss a
Let's-
reward for the mead tomorrow.
Fine. Let's just go
You
to the
seemed a
house
bit
and
over-
see what we need to do.
Yeah, can we talk about yourself?
Yeah, come on, let's go to the.
Isn't there water that leads to below the kitchen?
There was like a river, yeah, frozen over.
Could we find a way to get down there via the frozen lake and sneak in?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Roki. I like this. I want to see how they.
Yeah, you've seen the entrance. I'll take you to the map if you'd like to do some snooping tonight.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Absolutely want to
Yeah.
sneak
We,
in.
we do absolutely snoop there.
Snooping?
Any objections, Manny?
No,
You
this is
want
I'm
just
all in. I'm all in.
I know
Yeah.
you're into snoop.
I'm a big snooper. Big fan.
You're perfect. All right. You can obviously go to the Kendrick's house, just sort of keeping up appearances. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
Dinosaur
double back.
bones that adorn this place are.
I
fantastic.
walk out of the door very unsuspicious.
Sure.
Can
A
I?
lot of
I
fire
walk
in the
out.
half.
Yeah,
I walk
okay,
out very
okay,
suspiciously.
A lot of
Mr.
fire in the
Gamer.
half, so it looks like we're still there.
Mr.
Go
Game
ahead.
Master, can I walk by this woman and okay, I want to make a perception check and see if I can fail it. In my
Okay.
unscope.
What are you trying to look for? And
I'm
are you
not
trying to insight
looking
check?
into anything. I'm trying to do like a deception where I'm mumbling to myself, yeah, we're totally not
Oh,
gonna
I see. Yeah, yeah.
end something.
Yeah, roll a deception. Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
There you go. I mean, it was high, but
Damn it.
That's a survival wisdom. Okay.
Oh wait,
Danny?
Did the roll?
no,
Oh,
it's
sorry,
a
it wasn't
deception.
deception.
She
I
rolled
was I
deception.
didn't scroll down. Sorry. Deception 11. Okay. Yeah.
God damn
She probably isn't actually paying much attention to you, but she does sort of overhear just slightly. But her attention is on the bodies, and you can see her almost brought to tears. She's clearly emotionally overwhelmed right now as she sees potentially even the bodies of friends and family members who
Got it.
again gave their life. It's a haven't seen a Mr. Unterpour here, so regardless, yeah, she doesn't seem to pay you much attention.
Oh, so you're saying she's single?
Right.
All right.
She's a
I
single
know
mother,
a
yeah.
giant. I know a giant that's looking for.
Yeah, we're just
for a
thinking we
woman.
can give it to the giant.
Mm.
Oh my god.
You guys are.
So you head. Yeah, that's fine. For the time being, you wait it out until it's like really late in the night. Alavessa, you do see her actually return home. So she locks up the good Mead town hall. You don't see a Glint leave, and nor do you see a Shanda return. So kind of put two and two together and realize Glint must just be in there on his own. You probably did see them briefly take some bodies out to the nearby shrine of the Flaming Sword, and they did dig graves for them. So that was it. After that, people go home. After the wake, things quieten down in the town. And this seems to be the opportune snooping time. Go ahead and give me all stealth checks as you
We got
maneuver
this.
around the town.
So,
Faith is with you, I take it?
If she wants to come, we won't stop her.
I'm a ninja. Straight from the leaf.
We all rolling.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. This is called a group stealth check, so
Oh,
I count
God.
your number of successes
Oh
versus
no.
the number of fails. How did Manny get so low?
I know, right?
God damn it, Manny.
Will guidance help, or is it too low?
You can guidance, but the thing is with guidance is it's a verbal spell, so
Not guidance.
Wait.
it's like saying, "Be stealthier," and casting the spell. So just bear
I
that
mean, I
in mind.
can whisper it, can't I?
You can fail the whisper.
That would be like more of like a subtle spell if you're like a sorcerer. But I always imagine verbal spells being like at least speaking volume to announce it to the weave to.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. Pretend I didn't do that then.
Okay, so we got 21 and a 19. Those are successes. You would be surprised to know that a 12 is also a success.
Okay.
So that's actually 3 to 2 fails. So overall, you succeed, which is good. Glint does suddenly appear at the front as you're literally sneaking up. It's like as you decide to sneak in, you can hear a door open up from the front. But you said you were going around to like the back, right?
Yeah,
Let me
we're
just try
trying
and
to get
the
in
map.
through the water lake thing. Yeah, the cellar.
Yeah, let's do this then. I'll drag you to the back. Now, as you're maneuvering around, that's when you hear the sound of the doors opening up. We're about side. Put you down here.
Is it close enough that I could sprint and grapple him?
Ooh.
I can also dash as a bonus action. By using a point of key, which would give me a total of 75 feet of movement.
Remember, we're not trying to kill anyone.
Oh,
we're just trying to find out the truth.
Did we take a long rest, or because we went to bed? Could I have gone to bed early? Yeah, I know this is at night, but what time was it when we got back to town?
Technically, all we did, like, it was all activities, so we would have gone to rest tonight, and we're doing this at night, so...
Yeah, you haven't had a long rest, unfortunately, because
Okay.
I recall you got to Good Mead, and then did this that night. Yeah. Okay.
Right, cool.
Sorry. So to reiterate, he's actually at the front of the house, and although you probably don't have eyes on him, you can assume it's him because he's the only one left in the actual Mead distillery. So you're at the bottom, and you hear the front doors open up, like with a heavy kind of like creak. But he's up above you and not really inside.
I mean, it's fine. We'll just look around the cellar. Maybe we'll find something that we missed the last time.
Yeah, I mean, we know where he lives, so... Or maybe we should try... Hold on. Maybe we should try and follow him, because this might be when he's sneaking off to get his bodies.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, why did we come to the cellar?
Well, you wanted to get a better look around of what was going on in the cellar, if you missed any clues or whatever. But you can either use this as an opportune time to go in whilst he's away and look around, or you can follow him and see where he's going. Or you could do both by splitting the party. No,
Okay,
that's up to you.
I'm the fastest, and I know that you might not believe this, but the most stealthy
have a
as well.
flying monkey.
We also, oh shit, we have a flying monkey. Send the monkey.
Stef only has to
Send the
stay in
monkey.
range.
Oh yes, Stephanie's staying rich. All right, me,
That's
Steph,
so
and the
far away,
okay.
though.
Okay, here's the plan. Me, Steph, and the monkey. Right, you, Bellamy, and Snorp,
Right, what's everyone doing?
And Faith.
and Faith.
Wait.
Actually, I'll take Snorp. We'll take Snorp will fuck it up.
No,
Alright.
I'm actually very stealthy too.
Just
Okay,
the least
yeah.
amount following. Keep your distance. Use the flying monkey. And we'll
Yeah,
just
but they
look
have
around
no
and
way-
see anything
look.
we can find.
They have no way of telling us if they see anything.
We can send Snorp. I'll send Snorp back with a message if we need you to come to get us.
Okay, yeah, go for that.
Okay.
Right. For those who want to go inside the cellar, just move their tokens up to the door.
I don't know if it's worth it, but
We heard him go up, didn't we? So he's not down
Yeah,
here. right now.
he's at the front, clearly like near the entrance, the big heavy oak doors.
Does anything happen when I open the doors?
No, you can
No, he
see the
doesn't come
same
down or
similar
anything? Okay.
interior as before.
Okay, so inside the cellar, is there any sign of freshly prepared mead or maybe a new cooking process that has occurred anywhere?
There is, absolutely. You can see barrels that are stacked full of honey and mead. You can smell the scent in the air. It's much fresher now than it was last time. Fresh honey, and it doesn't take long to look around. You can see these casks are like full of fresh honey.
Right. Is there maybe a trail on the ground that shows where the honey was brought in?
That's a good idea. All right, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Did I
Can
do
I-
that as well?
Can I look for it instead of
You
investigating?
can, you can use perception, and
Yeah.
Roki, you can also look.
Yeah, I like looking for a secret entrance, maybe.
Oh, we have a 22 from Roki. Bellamy, it looks like he's actually very good at his craft. No sloppy work is done here. No spillage. Every drip is a precious drop of honey. But Roki, you can actually hear something. A buzzing. There's no signs of any hives or anything. You did see them earlier, like in the big distillery upstairs, but those were all empty. This is coming from this side of the wall near the crane, where there's a massive keg. It's like a huge distillery vat, and it's held by these ropes connected to this crane. And you can hear it as you get closer and closer, coming from like this, like almost behind the keg. You just hear this slight like.
Would I be able to like pull the keg out?
It's massive. Like I say, you need a whole crane to move this thing.
Well, if something's behind, well, there is a crane.
Yes,
It's
it's actually attached right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll help Roki maneuver the crane if he needs it.
Okay. Yeah, it does look like it's a heavy duty job. Is it just you two with, or no, Faith with
Faith
you, right?
should be with us. Yeah.
Okay, and anyone else? No.
I think
no,
the other
Snorp-
guys are
Snorp's
on
with
the
Yeah, we're
following
on
duty.
It's not. Yeah. just
more
so they can
cat
come back.
chase. Yeah.
Okay. As you work out like how to operate this crane and begin moving this thing out of the way, we're going to jump to the other group, see what they see.
Okay, Steph.
Manny,
Steph.
you.
Steph. Okay, let's follow him a distance. Does your flying monkey have a name?
It's my flying monkey. What?
Does he have a name? Chibbles. Yeah. Can you just, because obviously he can fly, right? So can you like send Chibbles a little bit in the air and, well, you figure out the logistics, and then I'm a good sprinter. I'm very effective over short distances. So if you see him do a thing, just tell me and I'll,
Sure, I'll send Chibbles ahead a bit.
Yep, absolutely. And they can go up in the air and have a little look down. with a monkey eye view.
Monkey eye. I can currently not control the monkey.
Yeah, I'm just fixing that for you now. Finding a new token, changing it to be. Yep. That's a little bit better. Should be able to move it now. Anyway, not that you need to worry. This is more theatre of the mind as you are back in the actual town.
Mm.
I would say you see Clint cross the road here and make his way towards the Shrine of the Flaming Sword.
Oh, that.
Oh, wait. Do I know about the Shrine of Flaming Sword? Anything?
Yeah, it's their fucking morgue.
And
Oh,
the Flaming Sword represents one of the gods of war. And
Which one?
You were actually the one
Tempest?
in yes, Tempest. Thank you. And it's the same one they worship in East Haven as well, as it happens.
Mm.
So yeah, clearly he's gone to pay his respect.
oh,
And
it's enough. It's enough.
So he enters into the shrine and kneels down near one of the altars.
Also, we can see him or my monkey.
The monkey can see him, and you can look through the monkey's eyes, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
Can you
technically are seeing it.
can Steph be giving me like? Can I ask Steph to give me a play-by-play of what he's seeing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, you relay this information some 100 feet away from Glint, and this is when Glint looks over his shoulder. Can you give me a stealth check for the flying monkey?
give me a second. Stealth check. We used mine.
We use the flying monkeys, but that's a success either way.
Yeah, mine is plus. What must he?
The monkey has +2, so that's
16.
Good.
plenty. So seeing Glint like kneeling down and perhaps praying, it's clearly some sort of ruse. He looks over his shoulder slyly, and just as the monkey sees this, quickly darts up and into the air above the doorframe, and then hovers back down once he hears Glint stand back up, shuffle, and you hear a kind of a clang of some sort of tool, wooden or metal. And he closes the door to the shrine.
Monkey's in there though, right?
The monkey can swoop in after, you can fly up into the beams. And I guess at this point you do see Glint digging up the freshly dug graves of four militiamen that you guys just brought back.
I fucking knew it.
Loads
Never
of
trust
bloody
dead people.
bodies. He loads the bloody body into a wheelbarrow and then covers it with tarp.
Okay, Steph, we absolutely have to like prepare an ambush behind the door.
Yeah, sure. We'll prepare that.
Yeah, you got that scroll of fireball ready?
I don't think this guy needs it.
That might be a bit overkill. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I can, however, prepare a ray of frost.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. And I'm really good at punching people, so that might come in handy.
Oh, you're so good. You're the greatest.
Thank you. I'm definitely the best person that I know at punching people. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know many punchers. Terrible with sword though. Absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, no, not great at that.
I wish I was there to tell him he's better at drowning.
Oh fuck! You just made me snort wine out of my nose.
Snorp wine.
Wait, so you guys want to ambush him yourselves, or you want to get him back to the hall and do it there?
Manny, you've got a nosebleed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you can either choose to ambush him as he comes back to the Mead Hall, or here at the Flaming Sword Shrine.
Definitely in the Mead Hall.
Nice.
Okay. Right, let's do it there.
Because we want him to get like, because he's gonna have to climb down the stairs with this body, right?
Right.
Yeah, that'll put him in an awkward position.
Is she still
Do you
here?
want to be at this? Yeah, sorry, no, she's not here.
Okay.
Do you want to be at this door, or do you want to be at the cellar door?
I think
This one's obviously going to be locked.
Yeah. Well, let's go. What do you think, Steph?
Back of the
Yeah,
store, or-
We want him to be as deep into hit the place of the crime as possible.
yeah. We should ambush down here, and I don't know. Do we have maybe ropes to prepare like that? Otherwise, I'm just gonna ready Ray of Frost.
There's
Yeah,
some rope lying around.
I can probably just break one of his legs.
Yeah, sure. You can. You should hide in one of the boats.
Oh shit, that's a good idea. I can't actually see the map, so I'm just gonna have to theatre of the mind this shit. But thank you, Dan.
Did you see the other maps before?
Yeah, I just can't see this one. I'm getting an error because I gotta. It's on my end. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Give it a reload and see if you can get back in anyway.
No,
I'll
I'm
give you a minute.
running on Linux and I broke my drivers for my graphics card. Just don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Join in. Look at the stream. That'll help.
yeah, I'll do
The
that.
link is on the.
It's roll for. It's
no.
Twitch. Hold on, we'll do an ad. Twitch.tv/roll for story.
Thank you. Yes. All right. In that case, then, you guys are heading back. So we'll jump back to Roki, Bellamy, and Faith. You have just figured out how to work a crane and heave this behemoth of a bat out of the way.
Yeah.
And through it, past, instead of a flat stone wall, you see a dark cave where it looks like masonry and other brickwork has been kind of collapsed in. There you go. Open these for you. There you go. And there is a din of buzzing as you approach. Hide that. As you approach into its interior, there is actually a small little office cabin that's been erected here in this cave interior. You can see ladders laden with like slathered honey. There are
Can I put,
niches in the back. Yeah.
Can I put my ear to the door and see if it sounds like anything's in there before I open it?
You can't hear anything in there. No movement. Oh, and especially not over the sound of this buzzing that continuously goes on.
Hold on,
both of
Roki.
you have.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Both of you have dark vision. So it's difficult to tell the colors in here, but there is leaking out of these alcoves a sticky substance that pulls into puddles, and in the niches you can smell the decay and rot. There are bones, skeletons laden everywhere. Like, it's a lot.
I'll whisper to Roki. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And then finally, there's a massive pit in the center of this cave, where the most of the droning is coming from. And just peering down, there is a swarm of bees just filling the pit. Like, so much so that you probably can't even see the bottom of which. Look, yeah. Drag a load on.
Oh god.
The buzzing is almost deafening in here.
I'll whisper to Roki. Look, if these things ate bodies, they'll probably eat people as well, so let's try not to make any sudden moves. Let's just take a look around and then see what we need to do, okay?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Okay.
What's on this table?
Yeah, what's on the table?
On the table, there are tools, implements. Looks like things have been used to pull out bone, like teeth and other lots. There's a book laid out as well, and it seems to be talking about horticulture and different flowers. There's actually a few pressed flowers here on this book, in fact, and looks like meticulous notes have been taken on how to devise flowers that can maybe bloom in winter. But then the notes have been scribbled out, and like some of the crumpled up pieces of paper are obviously discarded attempts at trying to like get these flowers to grow. And there is a small vat of blood as well,
Okay.
like a little
Can I
bucket. But yeah, this
take the
cabin.
book and after reading it's gone, or like briefly reading it, like take the book to use as evidence later.
Sure. And then this door seems to be locked. You try the handle.
Roki, do you think it's try breaking in here, or do you think it'll alert the bees and we might as well just get out?
That seems dangerous to do right now. I think we should come back with the rest before we do anything.
Right. Okay, we know what this place is. Yeah, let's
Sneak
just get out of
out.
here. So we'll try and do it. I mean, I'll try and do it without alerting the bees. Try and step carefully. No sudden moves. No
Yeah.
noises.
Please,
Yeah.
please give me a
Slowly
stealth
back out.
check, both of you.
Okay.
Oh,
Sweet.
don't do this to us. We would. Didn't have to stealth in, why do you have to stealth out?
That's alright. 15 is a success. 8, however.
I mean, you decide where we are.
So
We moved around a lot, so you can tell us where that would have been
you
relevant.
did
and
move
stuff.
around. It's not so much stealthing in that's the problem, but yeah, I moved Bellamy now. It's got to. Roki, you both noticed that this massive heap of wasps, or sorry, bees, in the center of this pit shifts like unnaturally so that it doesn't appear like all the bees suddenly moved of their own accord. It's like something underneath that's buried in bees shifts and moves around, like it's like this bulbous mass sort of churning inside. That's
Is that
what you
it?
saw.
Good.
That's it for now. Yeah.
We need a fireball. Fireball.
You rush back shouting, "We need a fireball!" as you run.
Not
in.
shouting, no. I'm definitely not shouting.
Roki, should we put the thing back, because if there's something in there, we might as well block it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so together with Faith and Roki, we'll try and block the door, because, better to deal with what's coming than what's in there.
Okay. You can start to do this. It's not going to be instant. The others have actually arrived as they see Roki, Bellamy rushing out of this small cave. Faith says, "We found something. This," and she relays the information of what you just spotted.
Yeah.
Like some sort of there's like a pile of corpses and honeys everywhere. Also, I can't really see very well in here. We light something.
Everyone...
What did you guys find? And you guys, you already know that Glint is on his way back with a wheelbarrow of a corpse.
Yeah, he's going to be in the wheelbarrow. Not very long. So we know he's on the way back. We've already set up an ambush, right?
You can be right behind this door if you want.
Yeah.
Or you can hide in a boat or barrel, whatever.
Yeah, where are we sitting? Where's he coming from?
Alright, here's what we know. Steph?
Yeah.
Like, there's no point playing, what's it, I can't even remember what it's called now.
Devil's Advocate?
What's it called? It's,
back up.
No, it's a. Oh my god, my mind slipped. It's a city. Well, it's an empire to the south.
South Africa?
Gate?
No, big empire to the south. Elves.
South America?
No, what the hell?
No, we're talking about fantasy world, I think.
Yeah, south of Waterdeep.
South Fantasy America?
I can't remember. Yeah, there's no point. There's no point playing Luskan Whispers. Like, let's just hear it from. Let's just hear it right there. That's
we need to find out what's happening, what's in there, because it's not just bees.
Look, it's pretty clear that there's.
Yeah, we got a pretty solid idea what it. Okay,
let's hide.
He's coming. Get places, everyone.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
I'm gonna fucking kill him, but
I'll hide here. I'll take the hide.
Target answers if he's dead.
Yeah, but do you not remember when we tried to arrest him and you were like, "Don't kill him," you know?
I mean, maybe. Okay, guys. I have an idea. Those are obviously like his barrels of meat that are very important to him. Before we continue,
I do just DM. Point of order for the DM. Like, we are well prepared to hide, surely with advantage.
I would like to use my monkey chibbles here. We are well hit, right?
Are you saying that the bonus you get for hiding when you don't know someone is coming is the same as when you know where they're coming and the path that they're taking?
I would like to ask...
This is his place of business. He knows everything's in its place. When he walks in, he'll know if something's moved or shifted. Perhaps even know if the door's been opened.
I have a
so it's a flat roll. Yes, Stef.
Alright, fair.
The GM. Can I use my familiar? Please let me finish. Can I use my familiar to maybe, because he doesn't know what, right? Can I use my familiar to maybe like make it appear like the monkey is doing something to the barrels, so he doesn't pay as much attention to his surroundings, head straight to the barrels?
Nice.
You
Well,
you
we're gonna
can
see
like as a
Roki as soon as he
distraction.
walks
You
in,
mean?
yeah.
As a distraction, so he all eyes on the monkey. He doesn't see us standing on the sides.
Yeah, is that enough to give Roki advantage?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll see
so
then.
I roll again then.
Well, hold on. Let me just
If
see.
If the
I
DM
wanna-
permits it.
The thing is, I don't like just going. You got advantage. It's a great idea though. I like the monkey doing something.
I
Will
can
give
also
me-
not select my character for some reason.
I have no clue why that is the case.
Yeah, Foundry's
but
being a bit janky today.
It might be because you've got Gibble selected, right?
Yeah.
So
I'll
Yes,
roll you a stealth check for myself.
please just give me a dex check with the monkey. That'll
I'll
do
roll
for now.
stealth for myself first. Ooh, that's not.
Good.
Well,
Good
oh.
job.
depending on what the monkey gets, might give you guys advantage.
He can not roll. Oh wait,
Just roll dex.
You click on mod if you want a dex check, so not on.
I got it.
Well,
I mean, the end. Our goal is to
Perfect.
like
All right.
not
You
let
can
him
have
leave when he
advantage.
comes in.
You can all have advantage as the
Thank God.
Roll a
monkey
second time,
sits centerfold in the middle of the actual cellar and is
I'll
making
take
a
the first
ruckus.
roll.
So
And
that means
Lin-
I just roll again on stealth, right?
you
Is
take
that
the
it?
first.
I'll
Yeah,
take the
just a-
first roll. Thank you very much.
Just fire, yeah. Yeah, I can see
I'll,
that.
I'll also roll again then. Much better.
Why is yours red? Oh, you got a 1 plus
Yes.
the bonuses. That's why.
That
okay.
sucketh. Yes.
I mean, but he rolled with advantage, so he just takes the
Yeah,
highest.
yeah.
I'll take the 11. I'm fine. Thanks.
I'll
11's a
take
fail,
my
sadly.
19 then, sir.
But as a group check, you have actually one more.
Has anyone got a way to lock the door behind him when he comes in?
You can
You could put down a
try
beam.
the dexterity.
Oh, we don't
Alright,
have time to
he
like
looks-
plan this. It's just someone needs
Please-
to do something.
Wherever you've hidden well enough because it seems as though Glint is whistling to himself, just going.
If
Seems
we
to
all
be
jump on him, can we get a
most-
surprise round?
It's surprise round is how you get being hidden is how you get a surprise round. So he just walks in nonchalant. Though he does see the monkey, puts down the barrel suddenly, and kind of raises his eyebrow like, "And how did you get in, little fella?" Wait a minute. You're the Dragonborns. And then just as he kind of like comes to the realization, you guys can jump him. And we're not going to need to roll for initiative. You guys will go before him anyway. What would you like to do one by one? We'll start with whoever got first on the actual stealth checks.
Steph. No,
Hey.
Faith.
Faith will let Steph. She lets you go first. Steph. She's just going to go up and close the door behind him. That'll be her action.
So we absolutely have like surprise on this guy, right?
You all go first. The prize is you go first. That's it.
Okay. Can I make an attempt to maybe like jump out at him and restrict?
Go ahead, roll an athletics check.
Do I? Okay. Oh god, no.
Okay, let's see his feline agility kick in. Yep, he manages to nimbly dart out of the way. And you see his hackles on his back are pricked up. What is the meaning of this? No, you come back to finish the job. He's freaking out. Okay, then I'll just let have a go next. Roki.
Don't kill him. We have questions to ask.
Can I say, you would be dead already if that was the plan. You would have been dead last time. We know what you're doing down here, and like, is like the thing not fully closed? Can he see that?
No, you didn't have time. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
You probably
so
were
like,
in the process.
so
but
I
it's
can like
open.
show him the book as well as pointing that out, but like we know what's happening.
I
I
see how you can-
got a 19 stealth. Can I
Oh, you can go as well.
As
That's
Roki
fine.
says this, can I like spring in and like use an acrobatics check to try and grapple him?
You can athletics to grapple him, but not acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
can-
good at that.
If you want, I think Senrith out this one time. You can acrobatics to trip him, maybe.
Oh yeah, can I acrobatics to trip him?
Why can't you
Yeah,
like
yeah,
block
you-
the door or something? We're so violent.
Faith has closed the doors, and she's blocking them from the
Oh,
other
okay.
side. Hmm.
God damn it. We all
He-
suck.
He darts away again. He's quite nimble, but you move up to him, and he's probably twitchy at best. Says, look. It's all right. I'll come clean. Please, don't stab me again, okay?
And then try to
I-
stab him.
You
Maybe
stabbed me
Bellamy
last
was-
time.
Yeah, you better not
Or
do
like,
something funny. We are nice fellas, but Bellamy over there, he likes stabbing.
I'd like to use my bonus action to punch him twice.
Oh my fucking god! Don't kill
You're gonna
him.
knock him out with just one punch, but
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
it's a punch, I can do it as non-lethal, right?
yeah.
You can go ahead.
Bludgeoning.
Roll to attack.
Yep. It just takes a little second. So give me a second.
Oh, okay. He's not wearing any armor. He's just wearing commoner's clothes. Just you have to roll above a 10, basically.
Good night,
Sweet.
Linty.
You might knock
Yeah.
him out here.
I might not have him
That's a hit.
selected, so you might have to apply the damage manually.
That's 5 damage from the first one, and he is already nearly his light's completely out. But you just need to hit with the second punch.
You just need
That's
to
a
hit.
miss.
You just need to hit.
That's
Manny.
beautiful. That's all that needed to happen. But he
But
ducks out of the way of the second.
He does look pretty submissive already.
Yeah, he does. He's like, I'm not fighting you, please. And he's like backs away up against the door, tries the handle, but Faith is on the other side holding it. But,
Well, I'm just
think-
gonna say, hey Bellamy, you wanna do the talking? This one's ready.
Oh yeah, I
Bellamy,
wanted to
you're
talk to
the
this guy
last up.
again. Okay. So is it? Can I do things now, or do I have to wait for someone else? to
Yeah,
do it?
yeah, it's your
Okay.
turn.
So I'll just go to him. I'll just pull out one of the short swords, stick it into the wall so it grazes him on the shoulder, and say, "Look, last time I hit you a bit too hard because I thought you were something else. Now that I know you're not something else, I don't need to be so nice. I can just take my time, you know. So unless you want to see more of your blood, do like you said earlier and tell us exactly what the fuck's going on."
An intimidation with advantage.
Oh, God help us. It's fine, I got +1 from Manny. Up.
That's a success. Yeah, you smashed it. This time, he cowers before you. He says, all right, please, no more. I show you. I'm not armed.
Clint, no moves until we tell you to move. First you tell us, then you show us.
Okay. Right.
I knew he couldn't be
Found-
trusted. The foreign accent was a dead giveaway.
Let
Manny,
him
not
talk.
now.
Let him talk. Let's stop with the overkill.
Okay, I found a particular type of bee. What you're holding, Roki, is just past discarded plants. Flowers have not been blooming in Icewindale. As a result, the bees as well, they can't handle the cold temperatures. We've been out without meat for so long. But in other tomes I found, in my little cabin down there, you'll see, I found there was something known as vulture bees. They are a strange insect. They seem to feast on the flesh of the dead, and it wasn't until I had that rat problem I mentioned. Turns out that it was infested with them. Not just that, but they were able to produce honey from it. And that was when I got that spark of inspiration. I could just tend to these bees. It maybe produce more. With people dying out so often, starvation, and the cold, there was always a fresh supply of cadavers.
Just want to take this moment to point out that the fact that there's people dying out all the time is probably a good point in the direction of us migrating to East Haven. But I'll leave that at that.
And then, in the dead of night, I would sneak into the shrine and procure myself some fertile bodies. They were eaten up quickly by the vulture bees, and in turn they produced a magnitude of honey. You've seen the smiles on the people of Goodmead. They rejoiced. Now they have mead again. It doesn't matter where it comes from. I'm not hurting anyone.
Okay,
I'm simply
Glint,
using what resources I have.
listen to me. Did you only feed it dead bodies?
His eyes look to the side. You can all roll me inside checks.
Okay.
He stands up slowly, very slowly, and you can see his hand reach for the door handle again.
Bellamy will
Not-
cut your hand off.
Yeah, I'll give him another slice, like not to knock him out, just to inflict pain and assert
No,
dominance.
no, don't actually hit him with it. Just
Yeah.
my whiskers, my whiskers. All right. No, there is something else I found, and it demands more of me every day. I am its servant now. But please, you must understand, I'm under duress here. This being, it's a mutual benefit to the town. Its flesh is unending.
so
Reduces.
the thing under the bees.
Yes, that is it.
So
This
it won't eat
creature-
you if I push you down there?
He gulps. We are a mutual understanding. He knows that, I supply it with sustenance, and it continues to be a vessel for the vulture bees.
What sustenance? You said corpses for the bees. So what is its sustenance?
It also has a taste for flesh.
You need to give us more than that.
Who
Human
did
flesh.
you kill, Glint?
Oh,
I
okay.
did not kill anyone. I did not kill anyone. I told you I've only used cadavers. But this thing, it demands fresher and fresher kills. Hence why when I saw the bodies you procured and brought back, I saw another opportunity to keep it sated, keep it quiet. In the meantime, the bees feast on its unending flesh, and it produces the honey we need. We need that honey. With it, our good meat business can flourish again. The town is saved thanks to this creature.
This is not how you solve problems.
Yeah, I know how I feel about this.
It is when
It
you have
just
no
gets deeper and
options.
deeper, and you just do worse and worse.
You are out of options.
Tell
When
me
you
this:
are driven
what
to
happens?
desperation, this is what it
happens to
means.
you if we drop a fireball down there, killing it, and then show everyone the proof?
Then
what
you will
you've done.
kill the bees with it, and then we will have no more mead.
Look,
I don't
this
think.
wasn't. Hold on. We're jumping to conclusions. Does anyone know anything about these vulture bees or whatever that thing out there might be? I mean, you're some pretty smart guys, Manny notwithstanding.
Don't think they're gonna drink goat's milk.
You can roll a nature check for vulture bees. That's a thing.
I think people need to know what is happening, and you should not be allowed to do this. If this was okay, you wouldn't be doing it in silence.
Of course, if they knew where it was coming from, they would be abhorrent and disgusted, but they don't. All they have is the sweet taste on their lips. Then they are happy. That's all that matters. Vulture bees are actually indeed a real thing. They're known as carrion bees. And they do feast on the dead. They don't eat plant or flower nectar, but rather their diet consists of animal protein and human protein.
I would like to say milk contains animal protein.
Man's got a
Fucking
point.
Manny was right all along. We
Look,
can wait.
But they also
but you
use it
say-
as a nest as well. The
You
corpses
said
like their nest.
specific animal protein, right? So
I love
goat
how we're
milk
trying to-
would work, right?
I do love how we're trying to solve all problems with just goats. It's great.
No,
I fucking knew it.
But-
no, Senrith.
No. If we breed
This is
animals
arguing
like
that
the goats, you
animal
can use the
protein-
goats.
Did I not suggest this at the very beginning
You can
when we
use
first
our-
when we first
Yeah.
found out about the British
Guys,
problem?
guys.
Beginning, we did not see the solution of feeding the magical flesh beast with goat milk.
Okay. I think we need to show this to what's her name?
Olivissa?
Olivissa tomorrow. I think you need to show me what's in the office in there. Because that's the only thing we haven't seen.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What is this magical flesh-eating creature? Is it sentient?
It is, yes.
Can it speak common?
Oh no.
It speaks giant.
It speaks giant. Bellamy.
And that is also what terms I had. I was translating its language. I was learning it.
Bellamy. It's time for you to step in as the negotiator.
No, man.
Oh, we're gonna snort the fuck out of this giant Death
Shut the
Eating.
fuck up. Roki, listen to me. If we go back in there, that thing will jump at us and try and eat us.
Not with our friend here taking me in.
You willing to take that risk?
I don't think he wants to get pushed into a hole.
Right. Now, given though that I respect what Manny says, and it might be a good idea, I am making no deals with no flesh-eating monster.
No, not a deal with the monster. A deal with this guy, so we can see what's in the office.
Well, I just want to talk to the monster to find out if it's suffering.
I just wanna throw in, Bellamy, you know? Somebody with your disposition probably not say that.
What
Yeah.
exactly is my disposition?
Well, no, don't. Let's not do ad hominem personal attack.
Don't touching the flesh-eating monsters kind of deals, okay?
Well, he does have a point.
Are you saying I'm the same thing as it?
No, I'm saying you can talk to it, and if you could talk to it and find out, are you in pain? Are you suffering?
Aren't you a great example that just because you sometimes suck a little blood or human flesh, you can still be reasoned with?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, if we go in there and there's more of us than just Kitty Cat over here, that thing is gonna attack.
How about just the two of you then? Kitty Cat could introduce you as a friend.
And what happens if Kitty Cat decides to just fuck us over and say, these guys are out to get me, get them?
Oh, we'll come to rescue you and be killed. I was full of fireball.
I don't think he wants.
All of fire.
He-
I'm
he
not
doesn't-
opposed to destruction.
He doesn't look that willing to give up his life, and he very much is aware that any of us could kill him.
Okay. I'm bored. Let's fucking try
I just
this.
want to see what's in that office.
I'll grab Glint.
Also, Bellamy, I'm appealing to your good nature here. If we strike a deal here, we have a bunch of goat milk that could serve as an alternative source, and the town would not have to suffer.
Right. So I'm gonna grab Glint, and what I'm doing is I'm holding his left hand behind his back and short sword to his neck, and we'll approach like together, me behind him, and I'll instruct him to tell the creature. So you tell it to talk to me, not attack. If anything other than that happens, you're the first to bleed.
Yeah, go into the office as well. Also, Stef, have that scroll ready. If something goes wrong, you have a
I'm preparing a fucking scroll of fireball. I'm so trigger happy already.
Yeah, like this is
Dude,
the best place for it.
I'm like a Florida man waiting for some poor guy to pull up the wrong drive.
Let's not attack anything we don't have to. Okay, leave this up to Bellamy.
Okay, so yeah, well let's try it their way for now, and we'll see what happens.
Same here. You guys need light, honestly, to see in here. Probably.
Yeah, well, Bellamy can see in the dark, right?
No, nor can Manny, really.
Yeah, but it's all just black and white.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going with Bellamy.
I can see in the dark.
Yeah, he can see.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway,
All
let
right.
them go.
You head in with Glint at knife point, and you tell him to tell you.
Tell it to talk to me.
You got it. Okay. There we go.
So yeah, we'll stop here, exactly here, so we can see into the crater, and then I'll nudge him. Talk, but be careful.
Right. All right. He clears his throat and begins to speak in giant. Nil Borgin Ogoruga. And gestures towards you guys.
And what did he say? Because I can understand him.
Stef, wait by the entrance. Close.
Okay. Does the creature answer? So we'll wait for it to answer. Okay.
You hear just a sort of a gargled, groaning sound, almost like their mouth is full of bees. You just hear the swarm sort of erupt from it. And Glint looks at you and sort of shrugs.
Okay, I'll talk to the creature. Hello there. We just came to see what's happening here. Maybe we can help you. The cat boy over here did his best, but we might be able to do more. Can you understand me? I'll say it in giant, obviously.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you hear this kind of deep droning sound that just speaks out, and it sounds awful. It sounds like it's strained and garbled, but you do hear the words.
Right. Now look, this boy over here, he was doing things that don't sit well with topsiders. But whatever's going on here doesn't need to end. We can bring you what you need to feed. Do you understand how you're helping with the bees?
Esto.
Well, you see, the folks up above, I know it doesn't make sense to you, but they care about their dead loved ones. But we can bring you whatever you need to eat. You can just tell us, and the deal can go on. Right. Give me a moment to think, and I'll just, with Glint, I'll go back. Okay, cool. And yeah. I'll tell them everything we discussed, and I'll ask them, look, if food is already a problem, basically what we're doing here is trading meat for mead, and I don't know if that's a good deal for these people. What do you guys think?
That sounds horrifying, he says.
I mean, we
Yes.
can feed it livestock, but trading livestock for mead, that's starving another way, isn't it?
Yeah. Is this really our decision? Not the townspeople.
Glint, was it supposed to feed tonight?
He nods. Yes, that's why I bought this fresh one. He
What
points to the
happens if it
wheelbarrow.
doesn't? What happens if it doesn't eat?
It gets angry.
Can it get out?
That's why I put this massive egg here, just as a precaution, and obviously to keep it hidden. But this cave is something I think it dug out. So it wouldn't be forever locked away. It might be able to dig out.
So
I did some studies on it.
I'm just gonna go and whisper to Manny. What if this thing fights the giant for us?
No. I would like to ask him. Because we had this idea earlier. Do you think you could feed it with milk instead of people?
it said flesh, Steve.
Oh.
It wants flesh. It was pretty adamant about flesh.
I did many researches on it. You can see in my cabin there are books lining the shelves on this creature.
But it does not have to be human flesh, right?
I've dealt with horses.
I've seen that you weren't there rats, right? Rats was the thing that the bees were feeding on.
Hey guys, are we sorry to interrupt. Are we seriously considering, I mean, this guy's been desecrating the bodies of the dead of Good Mead. Before we start to kind of like negotiate with him and like figure out what we can do and what we can't do, should we not like talk about this to the town and let the town decide? Because this is not really just a one guy decision at this point.
But if we leave this thing unfed tonight, there's a risk it can get out and go hunting.
Oh no, he's under our supervision until we speak to the townsfolk.
Yeah.
No, the thing, not Clint.
But
Oh.
I don't think the thing will move out of its cave overnight.
I think it will. It's hungry. It nearly snapped at me and Roki.
Okay,
So
well maybe
we have to
put
stand guard.
DM, what does it look like? Does it look like a mangled horror flesh creature?
Well, Bellamy saw it. It
I
was
would have
a
described it, yeah.
massive refuse pit, and it was full to the brim with bees. When it moves and talks, you can definitely see this shifting thing underneath, but it's so covered in like swarms of bees that you can't really tell what it is. But it obviously has a mouth to be able to talk.
Right,
we
hold on. Let me try and Glint. Do you know what creature this is?
What's it called?
Yes, there are books in my cabin that detail.
Yeah. I don't care about the books. Like, what's it called?
It is known as a troll.
Ah.
Oh, we can
Okay.
handle a troll.
Yeah, we have a scroll of fireball. That's fine.
I mean, we
So
have
can't
torches.
we go wake what's her face up? Like Manny, Bellamy, go get her, bring her back here, and she can help us decide.
Guys, look, you all know I really want to throw a fireball. I'm a wizard. However, the cat person makes a good point. The town is kind of reliant on the meat protection.
Yeah, but I think we already established that the town has bigger problems than mead production. That they should have relocated to East Haven anyway.
This is why we wake up the town speaker.
Okay,
I'm
here. Roki, I'm with you on that. Roki, the town doesn't have a speaker yet; hasn't been elected. But what we need to do is, we at dawn, we need to take this troll is going to stay here, right? Glint, can we just if we give the body to this troll, will it just stay here?
That's the plan.
Right, and we can move the barrel in front of the door so it can't get out, right?
Yeah. What's one more body? We feed the body, but.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, yeah, exactly. So we're gonna throw the body into the troll pit. We're gonna put the barrel up against the door. We're gonna take the cat to the town hall, and we're gonna wait till dawn when people start coming to the tavern. The second the first person comes to the tavern, we're gonna tell them, "Go get more people. This is important." And then we're gonna get the entire town there, and then we're gonna make our case for what the fuck we should do.
And we let them decide.
Yeah, exactly.
And we don't tell them that we just let them a body, right?
We don't tell them about this body. Come on, they don't need to know that right now. Like, what the first thing they need to know is there's a troll that this is troll ale basically. Yeah, they need to know there's a troll meat. So okay, tavern. Wait till morning.
Is anyone standing guard?
We can take shifts, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on Glint because he's a little jumpy. He might just go and let the thing out of spite.
Well, I was the one that was guarding it, alright? That's why I locked myself in the kitchen so often. Keep guard.
Glint, it's best you don't say anything right now.
Okay.
Look, for better or worse, Glint wanted to do the right thing, so I don't think he should be too severely punished for
He
this.
wanted to do the right thing, but he was also desecrating the dead. It was all, and he had a vest. And let's put it this way: that creature wanted fresher and fresher flesh. How long was it before Glint was starting to, subtly vote in town council meetings for people to do very dangerous things that would increase the chance of them dying, so they can get more bodies? There's perverse incentives at play here, so we need to tell the town about this.
Fine. Who's guarding the troll for tonight?
The troll doesn't need guarding. It's locked in by the barrel.
Okay,
Look.
it shouldn't get angry. Let's
do this.
get
Let's do
some
this.
rest
Hold on.
and
Yeah,
deal
the
with
the troll has not left all the way up until this point. I don't think it's going to leave in the time that we spend in the morning talking to people.
Let's get some sleep tonight.
Right, but Glint stays with us.
Yeah, that's fine. Damn, are we gonna be able to get a long rest, or is it too late for that?
No, you can get a long rest.
Okay,
Right.
can I like heal the stupid cat before we rest then?
Yes, you can.
Just so he's not
And
wobbling
He's
around.
we're-
He was
we're
literally
gonna-
on 1 hit point, by the way.
we're gonna keep
Wow.
Glint tied up,
Incredible.
just so we make sure he doesn't wander.
So one of you goes in and has to tip this wheelbarrow into the flesh pit, and you see the bees swarming over this thing, but
Not
they're
can do
quickly
that.
like swatted away, and you see this large, just ox-ridden limb like reach up and drag the body deeper into the pit. You can see where its paws are; they've kind of been enlarged, and you see these bees crawling in and out of it, out of its hand, out of its arm, and there's honey like leaking from every pore on its limb, and it just drags the body in. You hear crunching of bone.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and every time you see like a bee pierce its way and crawl out of the hand, you see like the wound close back up again.
Yeah,
Like,
regeneration.
it's literally just it's just a whole body turned into a hive that's slowly being eaten away by the bees, but also then slowly regenerating itself.
Disgusting.
Hey, Steph, I had a question. So, other than that piece of paper you keep talking about, can you throw fire of any kind?
Yes, I do know Burning Hand.
And that's it?
What do you mean that's it? Fireball and Burning Hands? That's a lot of fire.
Yeah, that'll do. I mean, we could just start a fire and pour it in.
Disappointing, but it is what it is.
It doesn't necessarily need to be magical fire. We can just set some fire to some logs. It's in a pit, so
can just
what
throw
stops
fire
us
in
throwing
there.
tar in there and just
Yeah.
lighting it up?
I'm sure
Oil.
we'll also be able to secure a barrel of oil. Stone.
Yeah, probably. Or if not oil, like lard.
Okay, so we're agreeing that if we're trying to kill it, we just throw fire on it and watch it die. We don't have to go in there and fight it.
Yeah, we just set it on fire. Like that's what trolls are, right?
I think we can handle a troll.
Yeah.
Let's not say we did.
We're fine.
The worst. Manny fought a hag and lifted the tail.
I
wouldn't say fought, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
we have Stef. We have a plan. Let's get some sleep. Let's meet with the townspeople tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
sick of today.
Yeah, today sucked.
So
I'm sick of healing that stupid fucking cat. We're away from clear at this point. I didn't say that in front of him.
all right, we'll skip over to the next morning. Everyone click a long rest, and we'll cut to the morning where you're all sat in the Mead hall. There is a new presence who's returned. Shander Froth has made his return as well.
Shander, where you been?
Hey, buddy.
I've been around, just visiting the other towns.
You've been to East Haven?
No, Targos. Met
Targos.
some family in Targos.
Yeah, is that the one? Is Targos the ones that are like really weird and inbred?
No, that's Dugan's Hole.
No, right.
Why would you say that?
I just trying to get the lay of the land.
Anyway, I've heard there's some sort of meeting. Well, we can kill two birds with one stone, because we're going to elect a speaker today.
Well, I
And maybe
think we
that'll
I
help.
think we ought to do our meeting first.
Who's the head of the
Well-
meeting?
Does your meeting include a tough decision to be made at the end of it?
Our meeting
Yes.
includes a decision that the fate of Goodmead hangs in the balance for. And
actually.
I think the positions that each leader would take will be incredibly relevant to whether or not they're elected. Because of course, if the leader of the town would take a position that would be against the interests or against the majority want of the town, it would be best that people hear that before they are elected.
You know what? Roll me a persuasion check for that. The order of these matters do matter.
Of course they do.
That's
Massively
not
so.
Yeah.
Roki, prepare your guidance.
Yeah, prepare your guidance. You want a persuasion?
Yes, please.
Can I
Should
can
we-
I just offer a help action by coming over and slamming the book on the table?
Well, with the evidence. Although
Yeah.
that evidence isn't much, it's just horticulture.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
well,
failed,
I don't.
don't-
Yeah,
don't-
it's horticulture. You slam a
But it's-
fucking
But it's
botany
a
book on the
very, but it's a
table.
very dramatic action, and they don't know that it's just a horticulture book.
Will you give us a plus
Alright.
one for it, DM?
we have
If you-
evidence, and I'll come over and I will slam
say
it
this,
on. The
How hard
table.
does he slam it on the table?
If you asked Glint to go get the books for the actual damning evidence, that would be for sure a big.
I tried
thing.
to, but everyone was against going.
We
in
can
the
do it
office.
now because it's safer.
No against it necessarily. You can go in there, Roki. I know you wanted to do that anyway.
Oh,
Um,
so
it wasn't. I don't think anyone said no. I just think
the
that-
meeting's already started. I can't really
Yeah,
do it now, can I?
yeah.
We can wait 2 minutes for it to go down and get
Can
it.
I get advantage on this, DM?
let's say Roki, you go down into the cellar. All right, you could have done this before as well. There are books on translating the giant language. There are books on what this creature is, this flesh-eating troll. It does detail its weaknesses of fire, and its regenerative properties of its flesh literally regrows. There's also many books on vulture bees as well, on how to best tend for them and stuff. You can
Yeah.
gather up these and slam them down, and that's a much. It's just not just one book, but a stack of
Got a
books
stack of
that,
books.
that nearly break the table. Everyone looks in shock. And Manny, you can roll again. There you
Thank
go.
you.
That's better.
I didn't even
Now they've
realize
got
he
the
rolled the
evidence.
first time.
No, he was. Okay.
Damn, good
alright.
move there, Roki. Yep.
Slams a shelf of books. All right. We'll do this first, I guess.
Wonderful. Well, okay, so I think it's most important for us all to address the elephant in the room, the Mead. We're going to hold a small kind of presentation of the evidence, and then following that, we'll get the positions of the leaders-elect to weigh in on the matter. First of all, we'd like to present the evidence. I pass you over to my assistant counsel, Roki, who will detail the information regarding the documentation of scavenger bees. Then we'll go over to our first witness statement from and confession from Glint. We'll then pass over to Bellamy, who will discuss his first-hand witness statement of a troll beneath Goodmead. And then finally, we will return to Stef for closing statements.
So this takes like 8 hours.
Yeah, basically the day. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like the order of things, very proper. And Olivissa is like, my goodness, this mead is made by flesh. She seems like being absolutely horrified. All the other people, maybe even some of them drinking, suddenly spit. One guy grabs a bucket and pukes up.
So that's a no to corpse meat then, right?
I'm afraid this mead is not good. If the mead doesn't fit, you must. No, that's the wrong case. I'm afraid, people of Goodmead,
Well,
that this mead
we
is.
know that. We
I think-
didn't know that.
I
But if
think
they're
it's
smelling
important.
to other tones-
I think there's an important ask because we brought up that Clint was dodgy to Alivisa twice,
Glint.
Indeed, we did.
and she very much
Get on it.
wanted to push it till later. Which the second time was a very rough situation, but the first time was before we left. However, we haven't heard Shandar's. Did you have any suspicion of Clint?
Oh, he
Was
was
it not brought
suspicious
up
from
to
the outset. He didn't like Glint from the very beginning, from what I remember.
I knew that little shite was up to something.
Yeah, he's a notorious racist. So
I want to
people,
know. Did
people-
Olivia know anything?
I didn't know anything. No, of course not. And
no, and you were just so eager to defend
I
Glint.
was
Can we roll
no,
a
not at all.
check on her? Roll.
Yeah,
Bellamy,
sure.
can
not an
Bellamy
check.
roll a perception check?
Your insight would be.
I said you should investigate. I was just against the violence of breaking into the mead hall, and you said that you were investigating, but you came out with nothing.
Look,
Apparently,
Apart
we're
from the
just really bad at
And
listening.
now we've come out with a troll. So
Now
people
we
of-
know there's true evidence. You're not sure.
Indeed, people of good mead, I present to you the harsh reality of this situation. You can choose one of two things. You
got the
can
second one.
hold on, just be quiet for a second. You can choose one of two things. You can remain here and survive off feeding the flesh of your fallen as the ill-gotten gold to keep your town afloat, or through the grace of the gods and through good fortune and the hard work of our party, we have provided East Haven with a pot that overflows with food and sustenance, and that we can travel to East Haven and seek refuge there. Those are your choices. Without a way to generate income for this town has fallen. And might I add that in retrieving these 2 barrels of this tainted bad mead, more like, of this tainted mead, we have discovered a giant threat that in a 10-day will strike this city, will strike this town and tear it from the face of Faerun.
Because we told him so.
Because we told them so. So
Their leaders can make an option, and then they can vote on the leader.
So exactly. So people of Goodmead, you have a choice: stay here and serve this poison to the people of Icewindale, or travel to East Haven. And yes, you would lose your homes, your livelihoods, but you would have your honor intact. I hand you over to your 2 speakers, who will give a statement on their position on the matter, and then we will run the election.
We have to seek refuge in East Haven. There is no chance we can possibly defend against this threat. And if they have food, this magical cauldron you speak of, this is new. I have not heard of this before, but this sounds like our salvation. Until this winter is over, we need to band together. Not just as our town, but as all 10 towns.
Yeah, if you're going to East Haven, you might want to think of something you're offering them, like labor or maybe help with things that they need.
Well,
Don't just-
they have some mead that they can
Cool.
sell them, I guess, and we have like
Is-
50 goats that we can offer.
But-
We can get them set up with a house over there, or at least a
decide.
shop.
We've done enough. Let these.
Yeah,
fuckers
we've done our
decide.
part. Yeah, go ahead.
We have the 2 casks, at least as a welcoming offering, but make no mistake, we are refugees.
Mm.
This place, it's already fallen, and Clint, as much as I appreciate your every effort, you've fallen down a dark path. This monster down there, it also needs to be dealt with. We have to burn that cellar to the ground.
Indeed.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Yeah.
But wait a second. The 2
Ah.
casks. The 2
Yeah,
casks-
I raise my flag and drink from it and then spit it out because it's like troll meat.
Hold on. The casks we brought back. Was that good meat or corpse meat?
That was good mead. That was the last few remaining precious good mead barrels we had.
It's surely priceless. Surely that would at least give you a place for you to share as a community hub.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We've heard of enough from Antapor. Look, when did we become so weak?
Woo, Ganda!
When did we just suddenly big for scraps from East Haven. We're bloody good, Mead. We've supposed to be the most prosperous town. We got a business here, and we're not going to burn down our ancestral home. This cellar will catch fire to the rest of the town hall and the good mead, like, distillery.
Troll mead.
That's just throwing your history away. Look, it's a bit fucking nasty what you've made, Clint. But we don't need to drink it. But we can still make a pretty penny. We just have to keep the secret together. Then we'll be rich in no time. We can buy resources, we could hire militia, and then we can fight against that giant bastard that'll come down on our town. We'll be ready. We'll have bought soldiers.
Oh, you're going to buy soldiers in a 10-day, are you?
Look, I was with you about the whole defending your homes thing. I even had like a plan to beat the troll and the giant, but selling corpse meat to people who don't know they're buying it, that's kind of shitty.
And you will share with our wealth. You'll share. We'll give you the gold we procure. I'm sure that giant, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
like
he's got
gold.
some treasure in its cave.
I think with all due respect to everything, it's their choice, not ours.
It is.
If they agree as a town, this is what they want to do.
Listen,
they're dead.
That's
their choice.
They don't need to know this, but if they decide for it and we get some gold, we want the gold.
You can't be serious, can you? That's a horrifying idea. We're gonna give other people our tainted, corrupted mead.
Oh, I will just point out that if you leave us to leave, there's a very high chance that we will tell the rest of the 10 towns that your good mead is troll mead.
Oh, Manny, it's their decision.
Okay, it's their decision. It's their decision. Are they scumbags or are they? Yeah.
Saying, Manny, you should be open to the idea that they can buy our sons if they really want.
Oh
No.
well, maybe.
I don't need to buy your silence. You'll be sharing the wealth. You'll be the giant killers.
Okay, order. I think we've heard enough from both parties. I think that it is time for us to cast our vote. How is Ms. Underpaw? What is the traditional method for casting a vote in Goodmead?
It is an election process. We simply cast votes.
Raise of hand or slips of paper.
Yeah,
okay, we'll have the.
Let's raise a hand. Even easier. Let's do a raise a hand.
Let's raise a hand because we're all here, right? Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Very well. Now I am going to attempt to, in the wording that I use when I describe to raise a hand. So I'll like say, raise a hand if you would like to taint good mead with the troll mead. Like I'm gonna like imply it, right? But subtly, what do I need to do to kind of get away with that without people realizing I'm obviously being biased?
I think you're gonna have to roll against me for that because I'm not gonna let you do that.
No, he's saying he wants to sway them towards.
Yeah, I disagree with swaying them.
Okay.
If you give me a stern, if you say you want to give me a stern look when I've had this idea, you want to give me a stern look, being like, no, let them decide themselves. I will let them decide.
I don't want to let them lie to other places, but I also want to let them have a choice. They choose how they do
what they choose.
I like the idea for both of you. Okay, you both want to sway them. However, rather than roll either a contested roll or a persuasion or even deception, you're actually all going to roll insight. There's a very good reason for it, because depending on what you roll,
I'm good at this.
That they cannot be swayed. They are in fact already swayed, Roki. There are eyes that shift and look amongst each other, shared nods, shared beliefs by the looks. And when the raise of hands goes towards Underpaw, there's a few. People still have a good heart. They want to do the right thing. But then, when it's a raise of hands for Shanda Froth, it's an immediate, that people stand, people raise their hand, and you can tell there's something that clearly went afoot. There was no hesitation. It was almost like they weren't even weighing it up in the first place. It was almost like they were just waiting for you guys to stop talking so that they could just cast their vote. And you notice this, Roki, more than anyone. Bellamy as well. And Bellamy with an 18 as well. You notice there's probably some shared identifiable clothing about them. Some of them are wearing Targos flags, not flags, like pins, like a brooch here, or maybe a little embroidered patch there. Just every now and again, you can see there's Targos flags in amongst some of these people.
I'm sorry, what is Targos?
Targos is a neighboring town of 10 towns. They're not part of Goodmead at all.
Oh,
Even if you discounted those couple of votes, it's still
The
overwhelming.
landslides,
Even if
yeah.
you called out and said, "Hang on, you're not from here, get out," there's still an overwhelming vote. You can see the shared looks between these people here in this room. They are sharing a shared belief for Shanda Froth, and Olivissa is shocked that everyone would just immediately go along with this horrible plan. But they seem stirred. They seem riled up. Aye, yeah. We'll fight against that giant. You'll help us, right? You guys know its lair?
Absolutely not.
Wait. I'll
What?
gesture to Manny.
Well, I
This
mean,
is Manny.
okay. It depends. All right, come on, group huddle.
Wait. Yeah, so I'll just subtly gesture to the whole group. Say, we're done here for now. And tell them to accompany me out.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to leave, but we'll huddle
right.
over here for a bit.
Antipor says, I am shocked at all of you that you would do this dastardly thing of tricking the other towns, but you
Miss
cast your vote.
Miss
You have your
Antipor,
new speaker.
Miss Antipor, any of you that still wish on a moral ground to stand against this are welcome. We will give you safe passage to East Haven.
We're not defending the town.
But
No, we're not defending the town. We'll take the refugees to East Haven. But we are
the
not
town to
defending
know, like, we're not coming back to help them fight giants. We're not dealing with that troll if something happens.
With the gold we'll have from selling the mead, we'll be able to hire.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah. You keep saying that, but you can't make the mead fast enough in order to pay for that. So I think you've rigged this election. Whatever. Miss Antipor, do you want to stay here, or do you have those who are of your party? Would you like the chance to survive the coming storm?
no, many. Don't decide for all of us.
Let her talk.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure right now. I'm just in a moment of shock. I am stepping down though, and Speaker Froth, you're our leader now, so I guess I'll have to swallow my nerves and follow along, but I don't approve of this either way. But if it's for the good of the town, for the good of good mead, then
Roll Mead.
what's best? I understand these are desperate times, and that calls for desperate measures, but I just wish there was a better way. She seems a little bit distraught about this, and she
I've
needs
got
some
a better
air.
way. Just meet me
outside.
outside.
Okay, let's go.
She's also stepping outside, in fact.
Yeah, we're missing.
And you
We're
hear-
bringing Miss Antipor with us.
Yeah, if she wants to
Lynn.
come.
All right, come on.
Clint says, so I'm not going to get rid of the troll?
You will stay right there for now.
Okay, I was going to get another body, but Snorp says, I'll help get you somebody.
No, you Snorp.
God damn
Come on.
it.
Oh, okay. Alright, you meet outside. You can hear the cheers of the election still ongoing. Steph, are you going with them? What?
Confused,
So
but I
I'm-
got confused.
I'm thinking right now. I'm trying to make sense of the situation. Like,
Okay, so we'll go to a quick.
I wanna like hold Manny up as we walk out and maybe tell him that he's not making decisions for all of us. Because I very much want to kill giants. At the end of the day, what they do here is kind of like horrible, right?
Yeah, let's
But
discuss it.
They
now.
are
You're
very
outside, out of earshot.
very desperate, right? I try to appeal to the pragmatic side of it. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
One-
I mean,
one-
there's
many
nothing to say we can't kill the giants. I'm just saying that we're not killing the giants to save the
You're a
town.
monk, right? And I'm trying to your monk senses. In my monastery, we had, and they said, "Waste not one."
Mm.
Okay, are we all together, or are you guys still talking separately?
We're all together. Bellamy,
Yeah,
what's the plan?
I'm just saying, like, I'm fine with them making their own choice, but that doesn't mean they have to deal with the consequences. And if Steph wants to help them, Steph can, but I don't want to
Okay,
help
listen
them.
listen up, hold on. We're flading. Let's focus up, one thing at a time. First problem, the more immediate one, the one we're closest to. The troll. And again, we each say what we want to do, and then we decide as a group. So, are we fine with letting that thing live and letting these people peddle that mead?
We should probably establish something with them that they don't feed it. They seem like a bit of a greedy bunch, you know, and I don't want to straight up evil stuff. And I get the impression from just how they act, maybe they also would value profit over the lives of still alive. You know?
Yes.
I think we have some very powerful friends who, if they know the truth, everyone will know the truth soon enough.
Yeah, because we don't even need to take care of the troll. We just need to get it out there that this mead is tainted.
Yeah, like, these guys have made this choice. The consequences of their problem. I'm happy to tell people the truth.
Sure, but are these guys really the ones making the choice? I mean, are we willing to let this town starve?
Yeah, but that's the point. So all of us here know. So any one of us could let it slip if we wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, man to man, what do you think we should do?
I think we should kill the troll.
Roki?
I think we should leave.
Stef?
I think they made their choice and they seem to be very much worried.
Right. Now, Manny, I want to kill that thing too because it's fucking freaky and sooner or later something's gonna go fucking wrong and a lot of people are gonna die.
Yeah.
But if we can't pull that off, this is just the two of us because, you know, anything might happen. All we really gotta do is tell people. Make them believe us, and that's that thing sorted. They won't be able to do shit.
Won't
Yeah.
that so? Faith says, will that not sow war between the 10 towns, or at least distrust?
Well,
I think we've
you
really.
you reap what you sow.
I know. I was a little inspired by Unterpor's talk about uniting the towns as one, banding together.
Perhaps the right thing to
A
do.
lie?
In that, well, I mean, sometimes it takes a great lie for an even greater truth to manifest.
Also,
there is one choice that we can take. We go to Unterpor. We explain. This is what will happen. This is the war that will be wrought. We explain that East Haven is the strongest and most well defensible of the 10 towns, at least that
And
we've
the most
seen.
well supplied.
And the most well supplied, and the most able to accommodate refugees, and invite her to starve out the town of Goodmead from beneath the speaker. Tell them that if you believe it is unethical, that everyone in the town already knows this is Trollmead. Just invite them to join us on our journey. We go back to East Haven. If we take one person with us, if we take 100 people with us, it's enough.
And there's another thing. These people here, they're not exactly professional businessmen. All it takes is for one of them to be in a visit in another town, get drunk, let slip that the meat is tainted, and the same thing will happen.
Yeah. So do we want the women and children here to suffer the wrath of these of this war? No, we want them to be in the protection of East Haven.
I'm up for helping people that want help.
I
don't want to be completely trying to change politics.
There is also the question whether the people of East Haven would even condemn them for the.
Yeah, well, what we do is we go to Unterpor, we tell them that we're leaving for East Haven on the morrow, and we'll grant them and we'll offer them safe passage for anyone who is ethically against the sale of Trollmead. And if nobody turns up in the morning, no one turns up. If half the town turns up, we escort half the town to East Haven.
I think that's the best we can do, and that's the most fair thing. And in terms of letting slip about the Mead, we'll let the people of the town decide. If they want to tell anyone else, that's on them.
Sure. Our only obligation is to the people who are not represented by the people of Goodmead. But we now no longer have the obligation to defend them against the trolls.
Yeah,
And
I
as
was
long as
thinking the same thing.
we make it very clear to the people here at Goodmead that listen, if you believe the elected speaker is going to be able to defend against the army of giants, or I say army, but against the giants and trolls that are the giants, the trolls, and the whatever the other one-eyed thing was.
Ogre.
Yeah, giants, trolls, and ogres. If you think that the town can defend against that, stay by all means. But if you think that what they're doing is wrong, we will safely give you passage to East Haven, where you will be fed and housed and protected, even if just by the temples.
We'll vouch for them.
Yeah.
Door suddenly swings open from the
Oh,
Goodmead
boy.
town hall, and Shanda Froth comes. Sorry, is escorted out by two others. Well, that just about wraps up the meeting. I see you're having your own little meeting. Sorry to disturb you. Just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page, that's all. So, I'd rather appreciate it if you didn't let slip Goodmead's secrets. Aye. We'll make it worth your while.
How much?
Well, once the money starts rolling in.
No. We don't want. I don't want.
have a
Well, I
cut.
don't know. No, I don't want once the money starts rolling in. I want how much now today.
I was going to discuss a percentage, baby.
I don't listen. The percentage. We don't even know what you're going to be able to sell this mead. You're asking us to invest in a highly speculative operation. What I'm talking about is an advance payment and then a percentage of future revenue.
I
don't
think Manny speaks for all of us.
Roki, be quiet, please.
No. I
Roki,
think if you're going to make this choice and live this way, you should be able to be honest and strong about it. If you need to build up lies, you are not going to work with the rest of the 10 towns the way you want to. Things are not going to go great and amazing.
I think it will be fine
Someone
because
will
these guys
find
will
out.
be dead by the trolls and the goblins and the
It's
giants.
not necessarily a lie. Look, they don't even know the process of how normal mead is made, let alone this one.
Listen,
We'll just
we've
go
all
on.
we're
the consequences. It's just your
Bellamy,
choice.
Bellamy and I, we all, that's fine,
One
Roki.
at a
But
time,
Bellamy
please.
and I already, Bellamy, Stef and I already said we're not going to be the ones that determine if the rest of the 10 towns know or do not know. Is that not right? Did we not agree to that? That we would let them to be to their own fate? If we're going to be paid to take a position that we're already willing to take as a thank you for, just doing the thing we're already going to do, why not take the payment?
I'll take a thank you for exposing the truth and
No
Well,
exposing.
Bryn, would you, Shanda, sorry, would you say, can we, for the sake of Roki's conscience, call this a thank you payment?
That's exactly what you can call it, Roki. Thank you for liberating our town and finding out more about this
There's one
wonderful
more
new
thing.
production.
Manny, I wouldn't exactly trust that guy over there who just not only is willing to lie to the 10 towns, but try to rig the election. And I'll tell them what they saw about the Targos badges on some of the people.
But Froth, is what Bellamy is saying true? Did you rig this election?
That's hearsay. And also, there are people from Targos that live in Goodmead. They've lived here long enough that they considered citizens of Goodmead. So if you saw some patches or symbols here, that was merely some old apparel from their previous lodging.
What I'm saying, Manny, is you can't trust this man.
Well, I know I can't trust him, but if we get an upfront payment, the requirement of trust is greatly diminished. Anyway,
will you keep quiet or not?
Froth, what can you offer us today?
Well, I've got some funds gathered, actually, as it happens. He looks to the other two. You two, cough up. I'll pay you back later. And they both each hand him like a small pouch of gold.
Mhm.
And just so happens each gold pouch has exactly the same amount.
How convenient.
Yeah, indeed.
I spit how much is like? Can I? Is he going to tell me how much it is, or?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, this here is 100 gold for your troubles.
I take it from his hand and go and hold it like 100 gold. I think you understate how much trouble we've been through as I pocket the 100 gold.
Well, I was gonna say just 50, but your friend here
pockets.
probably needed a little bit more greasing.
Perhaps
So
so.
100 was even more than I was willing to originally go for, but your friend Roki, he seems a bit on the fence, so maybe spin that up, get yourself a nice axe beak, and all your worries will run away. And he gives you a pat on the back.
You know, Roki.
I'm gonna move away from his
No,
touch.
Roki.
Like, I don't want
We've
to.
been for a lot, Roki. I'll put handle. We've been for a lot. You could really use a new weapon, buddy. You
I'm not saying I won't take a thank you for all this, and I'm not going to intentionally try to cause trouble. But
nobody wants you to lie, Roki.
I'm not here protecting
we
anyone.
just want you to shut up and don't say anything. That's not the same as.
Yeah, I'm not going to
That's
go. I'm not going to go
exactly
cause
the
trouble, but I'm not protecting them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just don't. You don't have to lie. Just don't.
Oh, and one last thing. My friend here, Roki, he's misplaced his what did he have? An axe, a flail, a mace? He's misplaced his mace. I'm sure you have one lying around for him. Sweeten the deal.
You can take my very own ice pick if you'd like, Roki.
Oh, that's a special weapon, Roki. Isn't it fancy?
What do I see
like
when I
this?
look at the ice pick?
Yeah, it's like you could use this as like a war pick.
Oh, it hasn't got anything special in it. It's just an ice pick.
If it was special, yeah, he wouldn't be a.
It gives you advantage on attempts to overthrow democracy.
Exactly. It's a brutal carved spike mounted on the back of a sturdy huff, designed to what the shit? Designed to puncture armor with deadly force.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I take the pouch of gold from this guy.
You don't take the pouch of gold from this guy because it's already in my robes.
What do you mean? It's just one pouch?
Yeah, it's just one.
2 pouches technically.
Oh,
no,
okay. Well, I
there's
grab
one
them
from
both.
either guy, remember? So there's 50 gold in
It's basically, the way I understand it, it's basically like 25 gold.
Yeah, I've already grabbed all 100 gold and put it in my robes.
No, you fucking haven't.
I have, because I just said that I did. You can't retcon things that have happened. I have zero gold. I need some fucking crampons. Chill.
I don't see any ice picks in the weapon list. I just see war picks or miners picks. So
That's right, war pick.
You can't retcon what happened. Like, he handed the gold out. Like I said, I picked it up, said only 100 gold, and put it in my robe. And it's on my sheet.
But
it's on your sheet, right? Yeah.
Anyway, fuck it. As Manny takes the gold all for himself, I'll look at the guy and say,
I'm gonna dish it out later. It's just now is not the time.
I'll look him in the eye and say, look, if the 10 times don't lynch you for what you're doing here, either the giants or the trolls are gonna get you. I'm curious to find out which, but remember, when that time comes and you're gasping your last breath, you dug your own grave. And I'll just walk away.
Really? Do we not help him with the giant? I don't want to kill a giant.
What's the point?
I have a scroll of fireball, that's the point.
Well, go and
Just
do
keep
it
your
then.
mouth. Just keep your mouth shut. He turns around.
Also,
I
don't know. Yeah. Just as they go out, maybe I should discuss something.
Yeah, he's got a scroll of fireball and a bag of tricks, and I can't have 100 gold that I negotiated for. Come on, dude.
Because something group that fell while I watched a friend wrestle with your Volk. So you know, it is maybe in our interest that we somehow solve the giant situation. because there was kind of a magical shrine to a nature god inside of their hideout.
Yeah.
I would, but Manny is too much of a coward to do it, so I don't know if we can.
To be honest, Bellamy, if you're not already dead, it'd probably kill you going up against those giants. But what I'd strongly recommend is, I think we have a moral duty at the very least to at least offer safe passage to East Haven to the people of this town who do not agree with this political junta.
Oh,
I would also suggest that maybe, I don't know, Mr. Game Master, this is like out of character. How many days do we maybe have until the giants get mad and raid good?
10 days.
10 days. No, we had 15.
Oh,
yeah,
15,
it was
apologies.
10 and a half.
It was
yeah.
15.
So maybe after we escorted those people, we could maybe discuss, those people here, they know about the giants, right? They're clearly willing to defend this place. How about we maybe set up a trap for the giants in town to make the fight easier, and then we can kind of
I think the first thing that we should do genuinely is because this would be a good place to pick up next session. I think we should speak to the Miss Unterpor. We should arrange for us to stay one more night here, and then on the morrow in the morning we escort any refugees that there are to East Haven. If there are none and nobody wants to go there, then I would recommend that we've got 15 days to deal with this, and we don't have we can't buy the supplies here that we need to fuck up the giants. So I would say that we go north and go to Bryn Bangle, the one that have all of these emblems on them, so we can find out a little bit more as to what's going on. Because either way, it's a win-win. Either way, we find out more.
Yeah, I'm
You've
done.
got yourself time. Yeah, you've bought yourself time. Ultimately, I know there's a lot of split decisions in the party, but he's right. You don't need to make a decision right now. You can better prepare yourself for any outcome, whether it be wanting to kill the giants or letting them have their own fate. But there's nothing terribly bad about going to another town for now and coming back. 15 days is a lot, especially because only a few hours each to travel from town to town. So you can make it around towns quite quick. And if you invested that gold into Axe Peaks, even quicker. But you do need a lot of gold for them. You could rent them as well. That's another option.
Yeah, if we rent them, we don't really have to pay them back, do we?
Oh, can we just establish that Manny distributes the gold?
No, you can't establish that another player takes an action. Otherwise, can't we just establish that X, Y, or Z happens? I have 0 gold coins. I couldn't even buy crampons. You can't do things on my character sheet.
I cannot. Okay.
Why are we fighting? Chill.
Bellamy.
Are you that, bro? Hold on. Do you Stef? How much gold do you have?
Not a lot.
Yeah, how much?
I do have. I spent a lot.
I will.
11 gold.
You have 11 gold.
7.
7. Okay. Bellamy, how much gold do you have?
Okay. Wait. Why are we fighting out
close
again?
up the session. Okay, guys.
I've had 0 gold since session 1. Wait.
Let me end the stream. Okay.
I'm fine with fighting in game, but let's not drag this out.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back to this next week as you guys begin to take rest and escort the few refugees to East Haven or wherever it is you take next. But I think for now, we'll wrap it up here. We'll discuss how to distribute the gold in a minute.